Yes, this honey trick prevents memory loss, but if you already have dementia, Alzheimer's, or mental confusion, immediately stop eating.
Box, I would probably... fully concluding games and new ones at the end of the week. And I got a big update in regards to TCG stuff as well, which half of you care about and half of you don't. But it's going to be very interesting. I have some things to show you. What does he have to show us? Well, you're going to find out. All right, so it's going to be a good show and a great start to the week. And of course, after that, Super Mario Sunshine continues. So, everyone get ready. Hold on to your butts. It's time for the Level 1 Podcast.
Holy Toledo, did not mean to take that long, chat. My humblest apologies. Holy shit. Every time on a Sunday, get busy doing stuff, but y'all know how it is. Anyways, what's going on? Big ups to Anthony, Lewis, Ren, Ross. What is up? What is up? I know, we are way late. Let's get started on this. Holy crap. Holy crap. Turn this on. Where is, oh, there we go. There's my capture. There we go. While that goes on, get this other tab going. What we're going to do, chat, is I'm going to let Phil continue to talk. Give him about 10-15 minutes. If he goes on repeat, we'll have him as a background noise, and I'll just pick a game to play. So at least that way we can have some type of entertainment. You know how Phil can be. The hell is this? Okay, that's fine. So, okay. Can I put this at full screen? Why can't I go full screen? Whatever. Not much. What's up, Lewis? What's up? What's up? Let's get this started. Like I said, I am behind a good amount. Let's get this going. And why the fuck are you not playing? Thank you, bitch. Oh shit. How's Final Fantasy going there, Ren? Oh, good. Oh, that's probably raw Phil that got him getting muted.
Exactly how I wanted it to go.
Oh. Oh wait, hold up. That's why I couldn't hear this motherfuckers on my side. Whoops.
Got recuperated from a busy week. Had a lot of time to spend with my wife. Had some great food, some relaxing vibes. And I got to sneak in some time to play the Duskbloods Network test, which I was nervous about. Didn't know if I was going to have a chance to do it, but I did. And so I'm going to send you, or tell you guys all about my initial experience with that game. I've got an update on Jewels, because I have an actual 100% definitive answer on how they work, how much they are valued, etc. Plus, I've got an update on TCG stuff. I have something to show you. Something a little special. But we'll save that for later. All right.
What the fuck was that?
100% definitive answer on how they work, how much they are valued, etc. Plus, I've got an update on TCG stuff. I have something to show you.
What up, Ren?
Yeah, nothing much.
Something
I'm a little tired, but I'm doing pretty well.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Oh, goodness gracious. So, what the hell did he got in his hand this time?
What has he got?
I have no idea. He's got something. Obviously, he bought, if I had to take a guess, probably another box or something.
Probably another... Probably.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
Special. But we'll save that for later. All right. So I hope that you guys are excited for a great week. Today is Sunday, the 23rd of August, 2026. Indeed, it is the last week of August, meaning after this week ends, we're going to try to wrap up most of the ongoing summertime fun because we got to get ready for new releases. If you guys aren't aware, we got a good amount of them. Later on this week, the Metal Gear Solid Collection Part 2 releases with Metal Gear Solid 4. Being the big re-release, being finally available on modern platforms. It's never been available off of PS3 before, so to finally be able to play Metal Gear Solid 4 again after all these years is actually quite the treat. In addition...
Didn't you just play that not that long ago, Phil? Didn't you play with Snake Eater? Like, Phil, you already played that, so it's not like something you didn't play a long time. Oh, Lord have mercy. Hey, Ren, you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Look at that. Look at that part right there.
Oh, God. What the fuck?
I was trying my best not to go this route again, but look at that part. It's got even further back. You can see the divot. Like, Phil.
You can definitely see it. Like, just call it quits, my guy.
Yes. Just call it quits. Give it up, Phil. Like, good God. Even when, and this is big ups to Ice yesterday, when he was doing his catch-up covering Phil, when Snort Bill has him in reverse, you can see even worse on his right side, left side when we see it. But it's like, dude, just shave it. Just shave it. Shave the damn thing. Oh, yeah. Snake Eater. Okay, thank you, Lewis.
To that, the Modern Warfare 4 open beta starts this weekend, and obviously I want to give that a whirl and see if it's any good. Then in early September, we have games like Blood of the Dawnwalker, Onimusha, Way of the Sword, Halloween, Wolverine, Control Resident, Silent Hill Townfall, Valor Mortis, just around a few, to name a few.
Uh-huh.
That's a lot of games. So I'm going to be very busy come September. We're not going to have time to be messing around with the summertime stuff. That's why this week you're going to see a big push to finish games like Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resync.
You should have been finished that.
Pokemon Brilliant Diamond postgame, and
You should have been finished that too.
on Final Fantasy VI. We'll see if we can wrap up all 3 playthroughs by week's end. If we don't, it's not the end of the world. We still have a little bit of extra time, but I'm hoping that we can start wrapping this stuff up so we can move on to all the new content. So, good stuff coming. Great vibes coming. Everything's great. How y'all doing, guys?
There he
Doing
is.
well. Let's
What's
say
up,
good morning
Soul?
to everyone who's here live, shall
What
we?
are you breaking
Joe,
now?
Mad Villain, Comedy
It's not what I'm breaking. It's what Phil's breaking already.
Master, Screwtube, Carly Snail, Princess Luna, Coffee Break, Plant Mechanier, Philip, Man.
Oh, dear
I
God.
don't
He's just...
anymore.
he's
Actually,
just-
the chat's flying now. Toasty Acorns. I can't even see it. It's going so fast. So, good morning, everyone. Welcome back. I hope, again,
Phil, it's not morning, it's afternoon, for crying out loud.
if you had a great Saturday, I'm glad to hear that. I had a great one. Basically, yesterday, here's what went down.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
I relaxed a lot with my wife, which is really, really, really needed. Okay. It was definitely needed because it was a,
What do you do?
So, normal couple thing, spending time with your partner.
Well, we know Phil doesn't do that, so
Yeah.
You
week
ain't
that was
special,
very good for
Phil.
the record. It was a very good week, but after doing so much in such a short period of time and whatever, sometimes it's good to have a day where you could just unplug and relax. But at the same time, I knew that the Dusk Bloods network test was taking place during my day off. I wasn't able to capture or stream it because you're not allowed. You're outright forbidden. They say if you do it, they'll ban you from the game. You won't be able to play FromSoft stuff. I'm like, well, I guess I shouldn't do that. But I would love to play it and let you guys know my thoughts. So
So, did you play it or not?
we actually started the day ordering breakfast, and we ordered from a new place. We had never ordered from this place before. And it said
Oh,
they had
here
like a
goes
breakfast
talking about
sandwich combo, and they let you choose your bread. And I'm like, well, I'm thinking in my head, I don't want like super greasy bread. And if I pick like sourdough or even white, they're going to butter that bread and they're going to fry it. And it's going to end up being very greasy.
Huh?
You mean like all fried foods? Fried foods are greasy. What are you expecting?
I mean, you can make them less greasy. You put what's up, Zacharias? You can make them less greasy by putting in the air fryer and having a very
Yeah.
light dab of, let's say, your choice of oil. But what?
All I gotta say is, Phil, you're broke. You don't have an air fryer.
Yeah.
So they had English muffin. I was like, well, on the chance that an English muffin is kind of small and I get this breakfast sandwich, it's going to be a small sandwich. I just don't want the grease. So I ordered the English muffin breakfast. Okay, breakfast sandwich, like scrambled eggs, some bacon, some cheese on bread, your choice of bread. So I order it and it arrives, and I open it up.
You hear that, right? You heard that, right? He orders it and it
Hey.
arrives. DoorDash.
don't understand this man.
On his so-called day off, this lazy bum, they even bother to say, hey, honey, let's go to whatever restaurant, bar, buffet, whatever, to get breakfast. No, I'm just going because I'm too lazy to do that.
Yeah. That, like, bro, like, going out to breakfast is fun. Like, this is where my dad took me once. We've been there a couple of times. In fact, some of the people know him there by name. It's a small diner. It's been around for, like, almost like a century. It got founded in, like, the 30s, if I remember correctly.
Ooh, that's a long
So
time.
very old place. Like, it's been around for a while, but we go
I gotta add that,
we went
Anthony.
there for breakfast, and let me tell you, it's just one of those things of actually sitting down wherever we like and just having
I don't have that. No, you can keep going.
and just having a fucking big old breakfast because I was starving, and just going out and just talking. That is just fun. Like, I forgot my phone, so I wasn't on my phone, which was kind of a blessing because I could actually like talk.
Mhm.
But yeah, going out to breakfast is just one of those things where it's just fun to do.
Absolutely.
If I was sick, then yeah, I would order breakfast and just
Yeah, if you're
have
like
it
you're
DoorDash to
sick,
me. If I
yeah.
was like when I had COVID, I only left my room to eat when I know my dad wasn't around because I
Fair
didn't want to
enough.
get him sick.
Fair enough. That's being smart. Definitely understand that.
But if I wasn't sick, I'd be like, yeah, let's go out to breakfast. Let's have a fun time. Like sometimes when I went to go visit my sister, this is back when she lived much further north in Washington, much further north than Phil. Thank God.
Oh, absolutely. Thank God.
But anyway, it's one of those things where we went to this local place in Everett, which is a small little city just an hour north of Seattle.
Oh,
And there's this one breakfast place that me and my sister used to go to a lot when we were kids, and we just loved the food there. And sometimes just going out and just having breakfast and catching up, that's fun.
no, it is. It absolutely is.
Same thing with going out to lunch, going out to dinner, or hell, Phil, you could have done this on your day off. You could have taken Cat out to a romantic dinner in Seattle. Spoil her, because
no,
we
you
know
can't do that.
because you could. But of course, he won't fucking do that because he's adverse to anything romantic because he's a heartless black hole.
Mm-hmm. Not only that, but he's a dirty, lazy bastard.
That too.
It up, and to my surprise, there's not one, but 2 English muffin breakfast sandwiches in the box. And my face just lit up like a child on Christmas morning. I was like,
So so you got an extra English muffin in your fucking order. Okay, that happens all the fucking time.
That does not make you a special boy, Phil.
It really doesn't.
double?
And also,
They gave me.
look how he's getting excited talking about food because
I
he's
know.
so calorie fucking starved that the dopamine receptors in his brain are just they're just kicking in.
They are. They are absolutely are. And here's the thing: there is a way you can actually maintain your weight without having eating extra calories. But when you starve yourself like Phil's doing, yeah, you're gonna have that kind of problem. And then when you see food, oh yes, oh wow, food. Of course, the dopamine rushes to your head, Phil. What do you expect? Even a homeless hungry man, for everyone, they see food, they gotta light up like that. It's like the best thing they ever seen. But again, this is Phil.
Double? So I started off my day right, and for the record, the sandwiches were pretty good.
It's an English muffin. It's hard to screw that up.
It's an English muffin sandwich. Like, you have to fucking try to screw that up.
I mean, unless you have stale bread, old eggs, and all this other stuff, it's really hard to screw an English muffin up.
Yeah.
So that got me happy, in a good mood. While my wife was getting ready for the day, showering and put on her makeup and everything, I said, well, now's my chance. Let me get in here and let me boot up my Switch 2, install the Dust Bloods network test, and play it for a bit, okay? So,
Wow.
Oh my god. First of all, wow. While your wife was getting ready to potentially go somewhere, you decided to just hide away in your office, bruh. And second of all, Phil, I thought you couldn't play games offline. I thought that was impossible because you're working so much.
Yes. I mean,
Don't think I missed that, Phil. I'm not stupid. I wasn't born yesterday.
nobody in here was born yesterday, but Phil thinks people are when he's the only one that probably was born yesterday.
He fucking acts like it.
No, definitely.
so I did. I had a chance to do it, and that will be a segment on the show. We're going to get to that. And I played it for a little over an hour. I'd say probably an hour, 15 minutes, okay? I got to play through the intro, which teaches you some tutorial stuff. And then rather than finishing the intro, which looked like it would have been like an hour, I said, I want to play this game. So I went online, I picked a different character, and I played and was fighting against people. So I'm going to let you know my thoughts and my experience later on in the show. Then we went
on the
grocery
show,
shopping,
okay.
and
Just do it
it
now.
was a good week. They actually had some pretty good produce this week. Got some nice big berries, nice juicy sweet blueberries, and a few other things. And came home and relaxed, had a good dinner, and basically just got to chill, which was really, really nice, okay?
So basically, you had a lazy Saturday. That's all you had was a lazy
Okay.
Saturday. So okay, great, fantastic job. So pretty much you just stood home, chilled, did nothing, and instead of doing stuff with Cat, you just decided, oh, I'm just go ahead and boot a game because I'm just bored. Nothing wrong with that, Anthony. You always gotta show love to bro side.
I really want
Oh, and by the way, I'm not gonna cover his Mario Sunshine because the last time I covered that, I was pretty much bored to tears.
that. And now, I'm coming back this week, and I feel refreshed. I really do. Like, I feel refreshed, relaxed. I'm ready for a brand new week of content here, and I hope that you guys are excited for said week, okay? So, all right, you know what's
joy.
happening? Before we get to anything, I want to talk about this because you guys are dropping jewels here like crazy. Those animations are fun, are they not?
Oh god. And
So I want to tell you guys
no-
all about the jewel system because now I know how it works. I can 100% confirm. Remember, I
and there's
turned
no
these jewels
funny
on
bit like
my
what
streams.
Broside does with the fucking biscuits.
I know. When he was doing the biscuits, it was hilarious.
I swear to God, that was when the biscuits happened and they got the fucking sound clip for it, where people send him jewels of a biscuit. I'm just like, yes,
Have a biscuit. Have a biscuit.
have a biscuit.
Have a biscuit.
You see, Phil, you could do something funny like that, but that requires to make fun of yourself, and we can't have that on DSP Space Gaming.
Oh no, we can't. Also, while that goes on, do this.
A few days ago, okay? And no one really knew how they worked. I didn't know how they worked, okay? I know how they work. Because now what's happened is after a few days pass, YouTube updates the analytics on your previous broadcast, and you get to actually see your revenue. Ladies and gentlemen, not bad. Not bad, all right? The jewels are actually helping a lot. And I don't know how you guys are getting them, because a lot of people were saying they got them for free. It's basically exactly what we thought, okay? So allow me to explain. There's jewels now that you can actually gift during a live stream. And if you gift 100 or more, there's going to be a pop-up on the screen to say thank you with these nice animations that you can select. I don't know if you guys have seen in the menu there that you can select them. Now, you can only gift jewels during YouTube live streams if you're on the mobile app. They do not work on desktop. What they did is the equivalent on desktop is essentially a super thing, or a super sticker. It's the same thing. You get a nice animation and everything. You get to select your
you
animation.
mean like this, Phil?
So I think that's
Look how
the
easy I
equivalent
did
that they
that.
created because they wanted it on desktop.
Yeah, look how easy I can do that, Phil. Oh my God, it's not so difficult. Like, woo, whoop-de-doo. I sent myself a doggone jewel. Look at that. Easy to do. Just find an example. This guy's a fucking idiot.
You do a super
Hey,
sticker
Vanguard.
on,
Have a biscuit.
I'm a biscuit. I gotta get that from bro side.
you know,
You really do.
mobile, you do these gems, or jewels, they're called, okay? So it's nice, but I don't know how you get them. Many of you maybe are buying them, and from my knowledge, it works similarly to how it works with Kicks on Kick,
Wait.
seen in the menu there, that you can select them. Now, you can only gift jewels during YouTube live streams if you're on the mobile app. They do not work on desktop. What they did is the equivalent on desktop is essentially a super thing, or a super sticker. It's the same thing. You get a nice animation and everything. You get to select your animation. So
Of
I think
course.
that's the equivalent that they created because they wanted to, on desktop, you do a super sticker. On, you know, mobile, you do these gems. Or
It's supposed to give mobile people a chance to utilize something else, something unique to that. What else do you expect?
jewels, they're called, okay? So it's nice, but I don't know how you get them. Many of you maybe are buying them.
What do you mean?
How do you not know? You could just literally open up YouTube on your phone and take a look.
When you oh God, I can't show right here because it's I don't have any OBS on my phone. Well, for my mobile users, all you have to do is when you open up, you have the option to give super chats and then also memberships. Click on gifts. You look over here. Oh, would you look at? You can do super things, or you can send these specialized stickers. Would you look at that? Not difficult to do, Phil. Maybe for once you put your glasses on and pay attention. And for example, Zachariah sending me 2 jewels right there. I appreciate it. I gotta change up. Also, it's very easy to do.
And from my knowledge, it works similarly to how it works with Kicks on Kick or with the bits system on Twitch, where when you buy them, there's a premium that you pay for them. So, for example, let's say you wanted to buy 20, I think it's like 20,000 jewels, costs like $250 or something like that. So there's a premium. You know what I'm saying? It's not a direct correlation. YouTube.
Phil, it doesn't matter how much jewels they send or whatever. They still send you a little something to say, hey, thank you, I appreciate it, blah, blah, blah. A little small something. Do you not realize people's time and money is very important to them? Stop putting anything but behind a dollar value.
Makes their money on the upfront sale of these when you buy them. When you give me the jewels as a gift, like you're doing right now, I keep 100% of the jewels, but there's a catch, okay?
Oh,
on Kick
God.
and on Twitch. Their currencies of kicks or bits, respectively, are the equivalent of about 1 penny USD. So if you gifted 100 kicks, I get $1, all right? But on YouTube, that's not how it works. On YouTube, when you give a jewel, it counts as half of a ruby.
Okay.
What's the fucking point?
What? I know. What? Why they do it that way? What does that even mean? What's a ruby? You wouldn't know because you don't see rubies and you don't get them. You don't know anything about them. I don't know why they did it like this, okay? So, a jewel is half of a ruby. What happens is at the end of a broadcast, YouTube will gather up all the jewels that you gave me during that broadcast, and they say, well, you can't keep the jewels, but we're going to give you rubies in exchange for your jewels. So, if, let's say, for example, I had 100 jewels. Well, 2 jewels make a ruby, so at the end of the broadcast, they'll give me 50 rubies.
Dipshit. Doesn't matter. This shows you how unappreciated you truly are. Here's the thing. Zacharias gave me 2 jewels. I appreciate that. Am I going to go ahead and say, hey, this is how much it costs? No, I'm just happy he gave me, I'm just happy. Number one, I'm happy he just came by and watched the content. I don't want anybody to give me anything, but they want to give me something that is their prerogative. And I appreciate it each and every time. I don't go ahead and try to, I don't nickel down my audience. I don't go ahead and try to total everything. I don't do none of that stuff because at the end of the day, one, that shows you how much of a prick I ever did that. Two, it makes me very unappreciated. I appreciate them just coming by, watch. Even if they come by, watch for a few minutes and dip, that's fine. Or they have me in the background, that's fine. That's all I ask for. Because at the end of the day, Phil, time and money is very important to every one of these people, including your audience.
A ruby is the equivalent of 1 penny. So even though technically jewels have no monetary value, at the end of the day, they're going to equate to about half a penny each. Does that make sense? There you go. Now, in regards to this, so how does all this work? So basically, I don't have a way to see how many jewels you gave me during a broadcast until the analytics catch up with it. Well, the analytics don't catch up for 1 to 2 entire days. So this broadcast we're doing right now, I'll have no idea how many jewels you guys gave me until like Tuesday. Okay?
So pretty much you're telling your audience, do not give your jewels. Just go ahead and send them super chats, tips, anything else. Great job. You're trying to go ahead and be slick about it, but you ain't that slick.
Then I'm able to go into the analytics and it'll actually say right on it how it all works. Okay? So also, FYI, there's a weird thing with these jewels. You guys can gift them to me as much as you want, and thank you when you do. But for some reason, I don't see them live in my queue. I have to sit here and constantly refresh my queue, and then the jewels kind of disappear. It's very odd, okay? Like right now, if I go to viewer activity, I can see a whole bunch of jewels that you guys gave me this morning. But then if I refresh the page, they disappear. So if I'm going to shout out jewels, I have to try to do it quick. Because if I don't, they don't track properly. I think it's because it's a new thing YouTube implemented. They didn't work out the bugs yet, so it doesn't really work with feeds yet. It doesn't even really stay on the screen. You know what I'm saying? It really doesn't. Like, it's just a new thing that's very, very confusing. And I think that they haven't worked.
Every fucking stream, a financial meeting. Every single stream, a financial meeting. Phil, this is the reason why you lose so many people. This is why you lost a decent amount of people, because they're sick of every time you do your Love One podcast, the first thing is always about money. You know what turns somebody off quicker than anything else? When all you do is talk about, well, I didn't make this amount, or this amount didn't cost this amount, blah, blah, blah. People don't want to hear that.
We still haven't smoothed it out yet, okay? So, listen, if you watch my live broadcasts and you want to support me with jewels, by all means, go for it, please do.
Do not give him a single cent.
They do add up and they do help. Like, for example,
matter of fact, don't even go buy his streams, Chad. Go buy a restreamer. Go buy like Down Banking or Raw Phil or even me, which I'm not much of a real restreamer. I just stream whenever I can. But support a detractor. Don't give him a single view. Don't give him a single cent.
I have the analytics open right now. So the very first day that jewels were enabled on this channel, it was that Assassin's Creed Black Flag stream from Thursday. You guys gave me almost 200 jewels. Excuse me. You guys gave me almost 20,000 jewels. And that equated to $91.48 of profit. That was half of the profits that I made on the YouTube stream. You guys also contributed with kickside contributions and tips and all that. But on the stuff that I got made on YouTube that day, I made more with the jewels than I did on Super Chats, than I did on memberships, than I did on ads. Okay? So I just want to make this abundantly clear. The jewels help a lot. The thing is, I don't know how you guys are getting them. If you're getting them for free, then thanks. And yeah, they are helping and they are counting towards my streams and I'm making revenue on them. Okay?
Or let's say, for example, let's say Lewis sends me a super chat, and it's like 3 minutes past. He said, "Hey, D, I seen your super chat. You didn't see it." And then I have to scroll up, and then I can see it. So that's one of the good things when it comes to super chat. You can see them.
From what I'm to understand, as we're looking at this jewel system, technically, if you were to super chat me, I would actually keep more of that, because a super chat.
Look at that. Didn't I just call that, Chad? So pretty much he's telling his audience, just super chat him. Don't send him jewels.
I keep about 2/3 of, and YouTube,
or his actual preferred way, send him tips,
keeps 1/3. Well, in this case, they're keeping basically half the jewels. Does that make sense? Like, whatever you're gifting, they're keeping half of it, and I get half. So, listen, it's all good. No matter how you guys want to contribute, I very much appreciate it, no matter what. You guys are awesome. You've supported me so much so far this year. It's been an amazing year. This summer has been amazing, particularly. But it's up to you. Right now, people are dropping jewels all over the place. The thing I don't want people to be like is like, oh, so, well, you got jewels, so you want us to all mass buy them and start dropping them, right? Not necessarily. If you're already doing super chats, if you tip me, if you contribute in other ways, you could just continue to do that. It's fine. You don't have to be like, oh, jewels are new, so now I have to go buy jewels. No, 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 no. Okay, I'm just saying this is just another way, particularly for those who watch me on mobile.
I know, Lewis. This is all you care
This is a way
about.
for you to contribute And it's a nice thing. I like the animations personally. I think the animations are very nice. What I'd like to do is change the sound effect, because right now that's the generic sound effect. I'd like to get a better one for jewels. Maybe it'll sound like jewels are falling, like a bunch of gemstones hitting each other or something, something like that.
But
it sucks that it kind of happened so fast. I didn't really know what was going on. I wasn't prepared for it. I didn't know what they counted for.
Y'all know what I mean.
So here's what I'm going to do. You guys are going crazy with jewels right now, literally on the stream. I am going to shout
It was
out
the same thing
all
when
the
he
jewels
was only asking for tips.
Hey, G, what's up? Yeah, it's the same exact thing. Like, good lord. Same thing. It's always about money with this dude. He can't simply just go ahead and say, hey, I appreciate what you give me. Hell, I appreciate you just come by watching the stream. No, everything is about damn money. And again, this is why I say, when it comes to Phil, don't watch his content. Don't even send him shit. Go watch a restreamer or go watch a clip. Give him nothing. Because he deserves absolutely nothing.
Now, and I'm going to add them to the leaderboard, because if I don't do it now, I actually will lose this tracking and will not be able to accurately do it. So I'm going to do it right now.
It is, but the
Spoderman started today with 5 jewels, then
money.
Canned Vegetables did 100, and then Spoderman did 100. Here's the problem. That's not even a dollar contribution. In order for me to count something for the leaderboard, it has to be $1 or more. So even though you guys are gifting those jewels, it has to basically be 200 jewels for me to be able to count it on the leaderboard. Does that make sense? Because it has to be $1. Okay? So, thanks to Canned Vegetables, thanks to Spoderman. Canned Vegetables actually did another 10 jewels. Sketch did 10 jewels. Guitar Player did 1,000
I appreciate
jewels.
it, Lewis. I do. I really do.
So that is the equivalent of $5, and that's how we're going to track it, okay? Plant McCannier did 10 jewels. Princess Luna did 10.
Oh, the heck with this.
Okay. 5 jewels for BRS. That's funny right now, as of now, on the stream with jewels.
I'm not going to watch here and count money. I'm just so sick of it.
So now you guys can get an idea. All right. Now you guys can get an idea of how it works and what it counts for. All right. And again, overall, I will eventually be able to track everything, but it takes days. All right. I can tell you absolutely positively, okay, that we can have some great support from these jewels, but I'm just not going to.
I don't know where you keep speaking French for, because I don't understand this wee shit.
Sit here and be like, drop the jewels, give me jewels, jewels. Everything's appreciated. Anything, because again, other things, yeah, technically other things will help more. So I'm not going to sit here and ask for one or the other. Do whatever you want. Thank you in advance for any support. You guys know how it works with our milestones on stream. We're trying to get to 100, then 150, 200, etc. Thanks to everyone who supports in any way. I really appreciate it. Good old lady, thanks for 100 jewels. Again, I can't count it on the leaderboard unless it's 200, because that's $1. I can't count it unless it's 200 jewels, but you still get a pop-up if it's 100, okay? There we go. Okay, now that we get the jewels out of the way,
good catch,
let's focus on our other topics, of which we have many. Okay, many topics. Let's see here. I received the first tip of the week. It's a $15 tip from Tarantula MS, who says, hey, Phil. What's going on, Tarantula? How are you today? Hope you had a great Saturday. Welcome back to the streams. Good to see you, and thank you for that support. Let's get that up on the leaderboard.
There we go. What the? Get off that. There we go.
We're up to 41 of support already. Connor, thanks for $2. You did not see me at Safeway, so I don't know why you're saying that, because if you did, you would have come up to me and said hello. I'm sure you would have, so thank you.
Phil, you probably did, and you didn't even recognize him.
Just to prove that Connor didn't see me at Safeway, Connor, why don't you tell me what I was wearing?
What? Okay, that's rather gay, Phil. Like, why would you ask the man ask what you was wearing? Wait.
He was wearing a
We're up
diaper.
to 41 of support
'Cause he's
already.
a fucking baby.
Wait. Wait a minute. If I'm correct, isn't Safeway sort of a grocery store?
Yeah, Safeway's a grocery store.
Oh, Phil. So now we know what you got your English muffins from, all right, you lying sack of shit. Okay. Now we know where he got his muffins from. He thought he was slick.
Connor, thanks for $2.
He actually bought pre-frozen English muffins. Nice try, Phil. Nice try.
You did not see me at Safeway, so I don't know why you're saying that, because if you did, you would have come up to me and said hello.
By the way, Phil, here's the other thing. People can actually spot you because, number one, you're grossly goatee, and two, you're Mega Man of a hair you got there. Not hard to figure out.
Sure you would have, so thank you. Just to prove that Connor didn't see me at Safeway, Connor, why don't you tell me what I was wearing?
That's what I'm going with, Ross. It's a Jimmy Dean muffin. See, Phil, you are such a horrible liar.
Anyway. Anyway. See how I did that? Anyway, let's continue.
We know,
so,
Frick.
I'm excited for this week. Let's talk first about Duskbloods. You guys want to know about Duskbloods, right? You want to know what happened, my experience with it, what I thought about it, right? Okay.
Here we go.
And so I'm going to share that experience. Then we will continue and talk about some TCG updates and stuff that I have for you this week.
What's going on, my man?
And then we'll just hang out, okay? Connor John, that's not what he says you had on blue jeans. Yeah, because I always wear blue jeans when I leave the house. I've told you that. What else was I wearing? You don't know because you weren't there. Anyway.
Oh, somebody's getting defensive. Somebody's getting a little hot, salty there. So in other words, he's really proving that was you, Phil. I could say, well, hey, I didn't know you saw me Safeway. You know, big ups. Could have done that, but no. Somebody's getting a little salty.
Right.
Little.
Let's
He's always
continue.
salty.
So,
No, he's actually mad because somebody said, oh, yeah, I saw you Safeway. No, you didn't. Describe what I was wearing. You was wearing blue jeans. I'm always wearing blue jeans. It's like, Keep shifting the goalposts, Phil. Keep shifting.
Duskbloods. Let's talk about it, all right? So the Duskbloods network test took place over the weekend. I think it's over now, right? I think it ended last night. I think it was just Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Oh, wow, today's Sunday. There may be one more session going on this afternoon, actually, of the Duskbloods network test. I wish I could broadcast it. I wish I could show you the game. They won't let me. It outright said in the terms of service that unless you were some of the select lucky few people that FromSoft loves and butt kisses, you can't broadcast this game right now. It's against the terms of service. If you do it,
Not today, Lewis. I'm going to drag you the next time. I got to take care of something by a certain time. So it won't be a super duper long one, but next time. I promise, my man.
not only will they terminate your access to the network test, big deal, but they're actually going to seek out your account later on and ban you from the actual game when it comes out. They've even said that they will ban you from...
Wait. What I just saw? Hold up. It was in the kick chat. Look. Look at this. He sees that. That's a troll. I'm glad I spot that. It says, DSP Gaming Real Fan, you can't show gameplay. How low budget are you? That's a troll.
Cast it. I wish I could show you the game. They won't let me. In terms of service, if you do it, not only will they terminate... Basically, they're going to ban you from all FromSoft products. They outright said you made an agreement that you aren't going to share anything.
Banned. Don't worry.
So if you do, we're going to ban you. So...
oh, trust me, I got...
said that they will ban you from... Okay, goodbye, Connor John. That was a quick one. You got unbanned, and now you're banned again. Bye.
What did Connor John say? Connor John, what did he say? Is he...
You'd be in the YouTube chat.
What Connor John said? Oh, look at this. I see it now. So I was
had
right.
blue jeans on.
So I was right. So you owe me an apology. There you go. That's how you get them.
Going on this afternoon, actually, of the Duskbloods network test. I wish I could broadcast it. I wish I could show you the game. They won't let me. It outright said in the terms of service that unless you were some of the select lucky few people that FromSoft loves and butt kisses, you can't broadcast this game right now. It's against the terms of service. If you do it, not only will they terminate your access to the network test, big deal, but they're actually going to seek out your account later on and ban you from the actual game when it comes out. They've even said that they will ban you from... Okay, goodbye, Connor John. That was a quick one. You got unbanned, and now you're banned again. Bye-bye, bitch. Okay.
Really? He's the bitch? You're the bitch because you got butthurt about it, Phil. Again, all you can say is, oh, you did see me? Oh, well, hey, nice going, blah, 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 something else, and keep it moving. You got so salty over it. So pretty much, in everybody's eyes at this point, you was a Safeway buying some Jimmy Dean's muffins.
So, basically, they're going to ban you from all FromSoft products. They outright said you made an agreement that you aren't going to share anything. So if you do, we're going to ban you. So I'd like to continue to be a part of FromSoft content. I would prefer to not be permanently banned. So I've decided to not leak the game. However, they are allowing everyone to talk about their personal experiences with the game. So allow me to do so right now. Okay? So first off, when you boot up the game, it throws you into a tutorial. You don't choose whether you can skip it or not. You have to play it. And immediately the game opens up in an incredibly gothic intro that is incredibly Bloodborne-esque. You are a drunkard. You're sitting in a chair passed out with a bottle in your hand that's empty.
Oh, your personal favorite thing how you're in real life. So you're playing a drunk person. Something that you personally would love, Phil.
Here's your day.
What to say?
It looks like you
Are you sure you weren't just waking up, Phil?
Yeah, I got a good point. That could have been the same thing too. You have a point there. You have a point. Let me see if I can fix this. I'm getting sick of tired of seeing it. There we go.
drank yourself to death. I'm not kidding. This is the intro of the game. And a woman's hand comes up off the ground and touches your dead arm. And she says this weird incantation about the end of the world and blood and stuff. And then she says she wants you to come back alive. And then this weird blood ritual takes place under the chair that glows. And then you disappear and she dies. Okay? There's also this weird blood insignia that appears on your wrist that's like bleeding all over the place. Okay? And then next thing you know, you're teleported to the starter area of the game. And you are a swordsman. You have a big katana, like a blood katana. And you have basic abilities like a light combo. You have a heavy attack that you could charge and do like a double slash. That's really powerful and supposedly like break guards. There's a dodge, and the dodge is multi-directional, so you can go left, right, forward, back. I think you go diagonal too.
Was this while you still, hungover, you was playing Dark Souls early in the morning, Phil? Was it that case?
There's a block, and the block is a weird blood shield that comes out of that insignia that's on your hand. It forms this big shield, almost like Captain America's shield, but it's like blood. I don't even know how to explain it. It's like floating coagulated blood, and that's how you block attacks in this game. Okay? Jumping is really interesting. It's very similar to Elden Ring, but even more so. You immediately have a super jump where you charge the button, release, and you jump super high, and then while you're in the air, you can jump 3 more times. So you can jump the height of a building and keep jumping up. This game is incredibly vertical, even more so than Elden Ring was. Okay? However, the game is Bloodborne. Okay? It literally is Bloodborne with one distinct difference that I'll explain in a second. It plays like Bloodborne. It looks like Bloodborne. It has blood all over it, just like Bloodborne. The enemies look like Bloodborne. But I will say this, the enemies are all new. It's not like they took shit from other games and threw it in here like they did with Elden Ring. Night Rain is Elden Ring only with multiplayer, right? No, this is a brand new world, all new enemies. It looks completely different from Bloodborne. It's better. Okay, to be honest with you. In fact, it's a very
player. Like Night Rain just made a fast pace with that you needed other people. Elden Ring was still multiplayer.
Pretty much.
So
I know. So it's like, okay, Phil. So your point is if it must play like Bloodborne, so who cares? Just move on and play something else.
Colorful. It's very vibrant, not like pastels like Easter or anything, but it's like really bright fire, okay? And then dark areas, and then like poison, and it really stands out. I really like that about the world. Looks like the environments will be very distinct and very visually appealing, but very gothic. Again, it looks exactly like Bloodborne. I'm not kidding. It's Bloodborne 2.0. That's what they should have called it, except they can't. They don't have the rights to do that, but this is the sequel to Bloodborne, 100%. Okay, so what are the differences between basic Bloodborne gameplay and Duskbloods? There's no parry. There's a new mechanic, okay? The mechanic is this weird shout that you do. So when someone's attacking you, you can interrupt them by doing a shout. What is you hold your shield up and you press a Y button and you just like interrupt your shield with you yell at them. And when I know that sounds silly. When you yell at the enemy, they're like, oh, how dare you speak to me like that? And they just get so insulted that you yelled at them that they have a stun meter and their stun meter actually fills up. Okay, that is a distinct difference between this game and all other FromSoft games. There's a stun meter on the screen at all times for every single enemy in the game, so you know when you can stun them. This even includes bosses, okay? So as you hit them with a combo, the stun meter starts to fill up slowly, but if you do this yell interrupt in the middle of their attack, they'll get knocked back, and then a big stun appears in their meter, okay? So why are you trying to stun them? When you fill the meter, they stagger, they fall over, they hunch over, and just like when this happens in other FromSoft games, you have a limited time to run up and do like a big visceral attack. The visceral attack is literally a vampire bite.
Is anybody else just rolling their eyes at this point while he's trying to describe a game instead of actually playing the game he's supposed to be playing?
I feel bored.
Yeah, I'm like really bored. So I'm gonna get another 5 minutes. And I'm just going, if he keeps this up, I'm just gonna pop a game on while we have in the background because I'm just rolling my eyes. Just like, okay, Phil, sure, blah, 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 whatever you say. I mean, it's not like people can play the game themselves when it comes out, not hard to do. Or if they want something that's very similar to it, just play Bloodborne or play whichever FromSoft games is very similar to it. Not difficult.
Bite the enemy on the neck and you suck their blood, and then different things happen. Okay, it really depends. If you're fighting a boss, well, you'll do a giant chunk of damage. It's a good way to get a good chunk of damage on a boss fight. If you're fighting a regular enemy, it'll take a big chunk of damage and usually kill them. If you're fighting one of the tougher normal enemies, so let's say not the little minion, but the bigger versions that do big, heavy swings, right? Stuff like that. If it's that style of enemy and you kill them with the bite, listen to this, that enemy becomes your vampire thrall and now is on your side and runs around defending you like a bodyguard. I never expected that. I had no clue the game had that mechanic because I didn't spoil myself on the game. And I was like, well, that's pretty darn unique. Okay, so your goal is to run through the map once you drop, and you can pick where you drop on the map. It's a big open world map with different regions. You want to kill as many low-level enemies as possible quickly because it levels you up. You start getting more HP, more damage output. Then once you get a few levels in, your next goal is to try to grab good loot and to try to get a thrall or two. So you're basically forming a posse around you because in this game, it's but it was a woman. It was a cable, okay? And he ripped a chunk off of it, and he fights with these big swinging combos like it's a club, or if you use the heavy attack, he slams the ground twice, and the whole ground explodes with electricity. Okay? His special attack, listen to this. You press his special attack button. He lifts up in place on a jetpack. He leans forward head first, and he literally does E Honda's sumo torpedo across the screen. And if he connects with anyone, an enemy, a human, they go flying. They literally go flying a million miles because you hit them with such impact, and you can knock them like way away. You can hit them against a wall. They get stunned. It was a crazy move. The thing is, I get the feeling it's kind of easy to tell when someone's going to do it because you immediately have to hover in place. Maybe there's a way to variate the attack to change or stagger the timing. I'm not sure. But it was a hilarious attack. The other guy who I started with, he's the blood sword katana user. He just has a giant bloody slash that goes forward in like an arc, and it could go through multiple enemies. And
I don't care, Phil.
Except they couldn't use Bloodborne, so they decided to do something completely different. Okay? So there you go. So I actually really had a great time with it. I wish that it had been able to be captured and broadcast because I would love to show you. And I
people can watch it when it comes out. Not difficult to do.
wanted to play more, but I didn't have, it's my day off. I'm not supposed to be in here playing games all day. So I played as much as I possibly could, and that's about as far as I got.
Oh, wham.
So what do I think overall? What are my impressions? I think it's going to be very fun. I think it's going to sell like hotcakes. I think it's going to be incredibly successful, to be honest with you. I do. Right now, Switch 2 is a dead console, right? What are they possibly could, and that's about as far as I got. So what do I think overall? What are my impressions? I think it's going to be very fun. I think it's going to sell like hotcakes. I think it's going to be incredibly successful, to be honest with you. I do. Right now, Switch 2 is a dead console, right? What are they releasing for it?
I love how he's making no mention that Duskblood is almost pertained to a PvP.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so how far did you actually play this, Phil? Because you're missing so many things that even just me reading the base website tells me.
I mean, he's missing a lot. That much I know for certain. I'm thinking he might have played maybe 15 minutes of this game and then just logged off because he was bored with it. That's what I'm thinking. And just go over the base stuff. Not only that, but Phil, what do you mean the Switch 2 is a dead console when people are still playing games on it? When I drop my phone, I didn't mean to drop my phone. But people are still playing games. They're playing Donkey Kong still. They're playing Mario Kart. They're playing Pokemon. They're playing a lot of things on the Switch 2. It may not
it became my Disgaea game console so I can play it on the go.
Yeah. So I don't know what he means by a dead console. It may be because it's dead because you're not playing anything on it, but others are. Like,
I mean, is it the best console out there currently?
No, it's not.
Depends on depends on your argument for it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not dead. It's just kind of it has a niche and is going with it for the most part.
I think right now where the Switch 2 is at, it might be in a bit of a small stale state at the moment because it is the summertime, so people are out doing stuff. But give it time when September hits, there's going to be some games coming out. So always remember that. Always remember that, chat. The middle of the year and the beginning of the year is usually the slow periods for video games. Switch 2 both got parts of Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth, so there you go. Oh, trust me, they're going to make Yellow Claim for this idiot.
Star Fox. Super Mario Sunshine emulated on the freaking GameCube software, right? This is what they're releasing for the console. There's nothing on it. The console's been out for over a year.
So, have you seen the size of the damn thing? It's portability, not power. Yes, they upgraded the power with the Switch 2. I'm not going to argue that. But that's not their main goal. They're going for portability and people could travel with it. They literally made a game where you could plug into your TV.
Mm-hmm. Hold on a second. Let me see. According to this, there are currently 150 to 300 native and enhanced games available or officially announced. We'll say for the Nintendo Switch 2, depending on how you could digitally release this, the ports and upgrade packs, launch exclusivity titles. We know about that. Switch 2 editions, blah blah blah, all that fine good stuff. But let's look at what. Let's see. Let's look at the current games it's currently playing right now. Actually, no, I got a better idea. Let's go to their website. No. Give me a second, chat. I'm trying to see. There's a way. Okay, here we go. We'll go with this one instead. Because this moron doesn't know what the hell he's talking about anyways.
I'm acting astonished.
Yeah, I know. So am I. So let's see. You got Zelda, which is coming out. Okay, it's coming out sometime.
December 31st.
Yeah, but that's for the UK UE. It'll change up so pretty much. Over North America, they're saying sometime 26. It's gonna come out eventually. You had Splatoon Rays that came out last month. You got Lord of the Rings, which that's out. That's out now, so you have that on the Switch too. You have Fire Emblem, which is coming out in September. You got Pokemon, Poka Guy, whatever that's coming out. That's been out actually. You have Oblivion, which I totally forgot about that. You Beyond Dark is coming. Pokemon Went Away, so I'm gonna check that one out. Let's see. No, actually, let's go with so far. Let's go with this year for right now. Let's just stick with this year. That's coming out. Okay, you got Final Fantasy Online. It's on the Switch 2. That's currently out right now.
That just came out this month.
Yeah, this month. So you have Yoshi's the Mysterious Book that came out in May. Orbitals just come out next month. You have Star Fox that came out in June. Tokyo Scramble, that came out already. Liza P, that came out already. Well, no. I'm sorry. It's coming out in October. My bad. Wait, hold up. Yeah, looks like they have two versions of it. Because you got one that came out this month and another one's coming out in October. Might be an enhanced edition, whichever. You have Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 coming out in October. You got Metal Gear Solid Masters Collection Volume 2 coming out this month. So that's also coming. So there's a list of games that already are out, Phil, or coming out. You got Elden Ring Tarnished Edition that's coming out this month too. 007 that's coming out sometime later on this year. Xenoblade Chronicles, that been out. So I don't know what he's talking about, but this is the list of games that come out. So again, the Switch 2 may not be in the best state, but it's not dead. So I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Probably less than 5 games worth playing on it. Okay? So
less than 5 games, Phil. I show a smorgasbord of games that people are playing on it. And some that are currently getting ready to come out.
They need content for this console desperately, and so many people bought it and are sitting around complaining there's nothing to play. I guarantee you, when this game comes out, it is going to be a monstrous seller. Everyone who owns a Switch 2 will buy Duskbloods. Okay? Just by default, I want to play my console. Everyone's going to be playing this. I got to buy it. All right? So I'm seeing big numbers coming in for this game. Like, I am. I'm seeing giant numbers coming in for this game once it releases. 100%, I believe that. Now, there was one negative. Only one negative.
Oh, boy. What's this one negative, Phil?
That I have to say about this game. Okay? And the negative is because it's a Switch 2 exclusive, it doesn't look nearly as good as other games that FromSoft has put out recently. It actually...
Of course, he's going to be a graphics whore.
Okay. Gentlemen, let's not even go with Switch. Let's go with, I don't know, let's go with the gaming laptop. Let's say somebody has a gaming laptop. Let's say they have a iCore 7, whatever dish you put in there, a 5060. We'll just say that. Is that going to be as strong as the desktop version of it?
Not to my knowledge.
Of course not. So by going by that, Phil, Of course, it's not going to have the best graphics because it's being played on a hardware that's going to be a lot less powerful than, let's say, a PlayStation 5 or the Xbox Series X or even a PC. If not current PC, let's say, I don't know, previous gen. Let's say you pick a 12th gen iCore 5 with a 4070. I'm just throwing that out there. It's not going to be as strong as that, Phil. So no, it's not gonna be the best looking, but they're doing the best they can with the hardware. Oh god, like common knowledge, you idiot.
Actually doesn't look as good as Elden Ring, and it certainly doesn't look as good as Night Rain. That's disappointing, right? Because they limited it to Switch 2 only. You stuck with that hardware. It only runs, make this clear, it runs at 1080p. Okay? You can't change that. It's 1080p game.
That's with any console, you
That is
fucking idiot.
that's standard, Phil.
Not only that, most people, even me, run at 1080p. Why? Because it's standard. Not only that, this is just my opinion, chat. When I go to, let's say, like 1440p or sometimes 4K, I don't see a huge difference. I really don't. So I keep it at 1080p, excuse me. Plus, I like to make sure my equipment lasts a very long time. PC components I have gotten are very expensive over this year.
You can play it at a higher resolution. It just upscales and it looks fuzzy. Because that's what happened. I played it at my native resolution of 4K. It looked fuzzy. And
no shit, Sherlock Holmes.
Well, you played it on an actual 4K monitor, or did you play it on the screen that is not meant for 4K on the actual console?
Probably that. Knowing him, probably that.
that's like, oh. So it kind of looks like Bloodborne, just upscaled, all right? And the frame rate is not steady at all, all right? It is a variable frame rate. In some parts, it'll run at a smooth 60, but a lot of the times when you go to the open world and there's a lot of enemies on the screen and you're fighting humans, it goes down to 30, and I don't think they're going to fix that. I think that is a strong limitation of the Switch 2 hardware. They just can't do better than that, especially with a big open world game like this. Like, take a look at Zelda and stuff. It's kind of the same situation. It can't handle it, and it ends up underperforming.
Oh, well, yeah, go ahead.
And that's a disappointment. You're playing a brand new exclusive FromSoft game, and you want to think this is going to be exceptionally great. It's not. That is the one shortcoming of this game. Now, the lighting is gorgeous. The world design is excellent. So it kind of sucks you in, and you kind of get distracted, and it doesn't really bother you that much. But there's some points like, oh, man, I wish this wasn't on Switch 2. Why couldn't this be on PC? Why couldn't this be on PS5? That's the choice they made. From my understanding, Miyazaki really wanted to make this kind of game, and he thought it was going to be a gamble, and so he worked with Nintendo directly, and Nintendo kind of financed the game. He didn't think that FromSoft themselves were going to 100% finance it because it was a risk.
Because he's a graphics whore, Lewis. Remember that.
Taking the Bloodborne formula and turning it into basically Night Rain. It is. It's like Bloodborne, Night Rain, Elden Ring, all crammed into one, and it plays very well. Like, actually, I can't wait to try the other classes, because I only tried 2 classes, and there's like 6, I think, in the game. There's a sniper class. There's a guy who has a staff that apparently transforms like the cane in Bloodborne. You can do big combos with it. I want to try all that, and I just didn't have time.
And why not?
And what I am curious is, I'm assuming they're going to sell the game at a base price, but I'm assuming they're going to do seasonal content. It seems like that's the kind of game where the game will get stale if they don't update it. So they're going to probably do seasonal, map releases, seasonal character releases, etc. So, one negative, 100%. I really wish it was not just Switch 2. I wish it was on other consoles so it would look better. But that's something you're just going to have to accept, that Switch 2 doesn't perform great. It's going to be kind of a choppy game.
I've seen some gameplay of Duskblood. It does look good. The only thing, and it's not being on the Nintendo Switch that I feel is going to kill it. What I feel is going to be the problem, and this is the same thing with Elden Ring Night Rain. When the player base dies down, there's no real single-player component. From what I can tell.
So in other words, it's going to pretty much is something on FromSoft that fix. I mean, by the fix, but they have to do something, because if that's the case, yeah, the game's going to die pretty quickly.
Yeah, Night Rain had the rush of being, well, Night Rain or Elden Ring, Dark Souls kind of lags behind, so you can still find a player base. If it doesn't capture a player base that's going to be constantly with it, it's gonna be a dead game without a single player component to it.
Which the thing is, they need to realize people still want single player. Don't get me wrong, having multiplayer is good, but
what I'm saying, if it's a multiplayer and a lot of people get into it, a lot of people enjoy it, it looks really good. I've seen some of the gameplay and the difference in the classes. It seems pretty solid in that regard, so I can't complain there. I'm just saying if it fails to actually get a player base, it's going to die. So two things are going to be really about how this game comes out is number one is going to be the price, and number two is going to be advertising it and showing off the really good gameplay, because it does seem to play a lot like Bloodborne. I will not deny that from them whatsoever, but it's a question, like I said, of getting the player base and making sure that the multiplayer works day one, because you can survive a couple of glitches, but if your main selling point flops, like which is one of the reasons why I'm glad they're doing the testing, because their first test for the online thing did not go off. They had to call it off and pick up on the second one. So then it sounds like it's a bad start, but also it's like, so good thing they tested it.
Pharmacy technicians. Okay, that's not a pharmacy. Sorry, I'm looking at job stuff.
No, you're good. I figure you're still playing
So
Final Fantasy.
it's just a matter of, can they get the player base they need to make sure this game lives?
That's going to be the problem. Because you can get it in the beginning, but to keep them around, that's going to be the biggest challenge.
And don't get me wrong, like I said, the way they do the PvP is not just straight up fight each other. There are other ways to play it with the PvP method, like getting points. It's not just I have to kill you to gain points. So there is some differentology to it, and it looks like they have a strong base for it. It's just a matter of how it all comes together, and then like I said, the biggest thing is they have to make sure the online works when it releases.
Right, that's gonna be the biggest.
Otherwise, that game is gonna be dead in the water in so many ways.
I figure that's gonna be the case with that game. No. I'm not crashing out anything. I'm just letting him continue, because right now he's pretty much Phil is just talking about the game, where it's like, Phil, just shut up and play a different game. We don't want to hear you talk.
Going to be a little fuzzy. But I will say this, and maybe this is just a personal thing for me and you guys disagree. It's sad because you're playing it and you're saying, what a great game, but why isn't it Bloodborne 2? Why isn't it pure PvE? Why isn't it a single-player world? That's what we all want, right? I understand that they're going in a different direction. They just made a multiplayer game with Night Rain last year. Did we really want the next FromSoft outing to yet again be another?
DSP scared because I so enjoy your lettuce. Okay, yes, but then to give him money. But let's see what Phil says about this.
Freaking multiplayer game? Seriously. Like, I don't know if I want another multiplayer game. You know what I'm saying? I'm frustrated because we all want Bloodborne 2.0. We knew they couldn't call it Bloodborne 2.0.
All of us want you to do is just shut up and play
But they
a
could have
game.
just called it Duskbloods and made it Bloodborne 2.0. Instead, it's multiplayer. It's like, okay, I get it. You know what it is? I hate to say it. This is what has happened. Everyone now believes games as a service is the future. And that's sad. We don't want all games as a service. There are games that are games as a service that work, and we've accepted that. It's kind of a necessary evil, right? But we don't want games that historically were single-player, amazing, standalone experiences to now have to be games as a service, and that's what they've done with this. This should have been Bloodborne 2.0, and instead, it's Bloodborne, Elden Ring, Night Rain, so that they can continuously release seasonal content, and that's disappointing. It looks great. It plays great. It's an interesting concept. I'm excited to actually play it when it comes out. I think
And what's the problem?
it's going to do well. But because it is online only in games as a service, is this going to truly be Bloodborne 2.0, a game that will stand out and get Game of the Year awards and everyone will remember a decade later? Or is this going to be Night Rain 2.0, where everyone forgot about it within 3 months because you can't really have it stand out when it's online? You know what I'm saying? I hate to say it. I think the game will sell very well because it's a Switch 2 exclusive, but I wonder if it's going to get forgotten just like Night Rain was. All right, that's my honest take. I actually really like it. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait for future tests. I hope that they have more. I hope that they have betas and stuff that you can participate in. I hope that we can play it sooner rather than later. I think it's going to be a fun experience, but this might be something that doesn't have longevity. I really wish that it was just an offline experience, but maybe that's just me. Maybe you guys disagree, okay? All right, so that's my take on Dustbloods. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. Now,
I sure as hell didn't.
shout-outs. We have Jen Cooked doing
Oh,
500
no,
visits to check
no.
but her. When we adopt...
Wait, hold on. What do you say?
We got a troll who gave me $1.50. Thanks, I'm going to keep that.
Uh-huh.
You can tell when trolls are butthurt when it's Sunday and they're tipping me to yell at me for something that happened a week ago on stream because they're so upset at it a week later, yeah, I'm just never going to bring it up because I'm far past it already. We're good. But this guy's an idiot. So thanks for your $1.50, stupid. Erwin, tip me $2. You strike me as someone with an extremely large penis.
What?
And they're tipping me to yell at me for something that happened a week ago on stream because they're so upset at it a week later. Yeah, I'm just never going to bring it up because I'm far past it already. We're good. But this guy's an idiot. So thanks for your $1.50, stupid. Erwin, tip me $2. You strike me as someone with an extremely large penis.
Why would you read that out, Phil? This guy's gay. This guy's gay.
Okay. I don't know how that could happen, but all right. Thanks for $2, Erwin. That's our biggest tip of the week so far, right? No, it's not. We have Tarantula with that bigger $15 one. There you go. Thank you.
I don't know why
nice.
you even read that.
Okay. So, that's the Dusk Bloods in the bag. Let's move on. All right. So, I have some TCG update stuff. If you guys don't care about trading cards, if you don't care about my new hobby that I've been doing for over 3 months and it's been very
Your new addiction, you mean?
successful, then ignore this segment. We'll be done with this segment in a few minutes, but I have some info and some interesting stuff to share with everybody, all right, in regards to TCG stuff. All right, so first off, today, we have a ton of different TCGs to open. We have Disney Lorcana Attack of the Vine, which we opened around 7 packs of, I want to say. No, 4 packs of. And it looks pretty good. We didn't really, well, we did get a hit. We got Christopher Robin, but it was only $2. I'm hoping that we get better hits in that box. There's guaranteed hits in that box that are supposed to be of value, unlike that first Disney Lorcana box, okay? So we have that. We also have the new box of Pokemon cards, Journey Together. This is Scarlet and Violet, so it's a set from the previous set, not the current ones.
Oh, joy.
And we opened a few packs of that on Friday night. Those look good, too. I'm excited for those. I'm hoping we'll get some good hits and a good... That's a new set. We've never seen any of those cards before, so it feels fresh. That was awesome. And we'll have more of that. In fact, we're going to do that tonight. Okay, on the late stream, we're going to open Pokemon Journey Together. So we're going to save Pokemon for the night stream because tonight's late stream is Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. It makes sense to open Pokemon cards during the Pokemon stream, right? So there you go. We also have the remainder of the One Piece Royal Blood box of TCG. We have 8 packs left in that box, and there's a guaranteed hit in those 8 packs, supposedly. We already got a $73 gorgeous hit right there, so that's probably the big hit of the box. There should be one more hit in that box, at least historically looking at the past 2 boxes. There's always been 2 big hits and a few minors.
Keep on explaining how much your addiction's gotten so strong with this, Phil. Keep on explaining. Like, it really shows you have a problem. Again, it was supposed to be a hobby. You turn it into a gambling situation.
So we should get one more hit, hopefully, in that box. So obviously, I'd like to wrap that up. And we still have
because he's trying to stall, Lewis.
Duelist Advance. That's a set that we only opened a few packs
of.
And the cards look nice, but it's a low-value set. I would say the Yu-Gi-Oh! Is more of a filler set. Okay, and what I mean by that is that's not meant to be a featured thing. That's not to be super exciting. That's like, hey, we need some cards to open in the interim when I'm ordering more, or we get a great day of overwhelming support, and now we went through all the other ones, then we get to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay, that's how I'm looking at the Yu-Gi-Oh! Box. Still nice cards, still nice to open, okay? So, today on this stream, we need to make the determination, would you guys like me to continue with the Disney Lorcana, or would you like me to finish the One Piece? So what we're going to do right now is we're going to do a poll to determine which of those 2 we're going to do on today's stream. This particular Super Mario Sunshine stream, okay? Keep in mind, we're keeping the Pokemon Journey Together for the late stream, okay? So, number 1, Lorcana, Attack of the Vine. Number 2, finishing up the One Piece Royal Blood, which should have a good hit in there. There should be one. Or number 3, the Yu-Gi-Oh! What's it called? Duelists.
Gentlemen, take over real quick. I gotta handle something. Be right back.
Okay.
Advance. Right?
Do the sun.
Yes. Okay. So please vote. And that will determine what cards we will open on this stream. Okay, and thank you so far for the early support. Now, I have 2 updates regarding TCG. The first update is as you know, we've been opening Mega Dream EX as our mega bonus packs for when we hit big support milestones, either $250 cumulative on any stream, or if someone does a $100 contribution, we've been opening these packs. Already, I got a God pack, which is absolutely crazy. The pack worth over $700.
Nobody fucking cares.
And we've gotten other various hits as well. It's always nice cards, whether it's holofoils, whether it's reverse Pokeballs, whether it's EX cards, or whether it's actual special illustrations, okay? So I'm excited to open more. I think we have 7 packs. It's either 7 or 8 packs left of this, all right? But I already told you guys, what I think we should do is we should continue to get this style of cards as our premium packs, because these literally are premium. You have a chance at a God pack in every pack. You get nice cards in every single pack. So I have ordered a different set of Japanese mega packs just like this, but it's not this set. It's a different set from the past, okay? This particular set I think we're going to like because there's a lot of unique, nice-looking cards in the set. It's not necessarily a set where you're guaranteed big values, okay? Being honest. You could get a God pack, and in that set there's cards worth a lot of money, but you're not really guaranteed to get those, okay? So, it's still going to be a nice set. The thing is, I don't want to spoil it yet. Once it shows up, I'd like to show you what it is, because I think you guys are going to like this particular set because of the cards. I'll just put it that way, okay? So that is coming. I'll let you know when that's here, and that'll be fun to do after we finish Mega Dream EX, okay? But I have one more update for all of you, okay? And that update is contained in this binder. You might say, what is that
No one
binder? What is that?
cares.
Well, if you remember last week, we opened a special box of cards. It was a promotional pre-release box of Final Fantasy Blissful Eternity. And in that pre-release box were some really nice-looking cards. Not only did I like the art of those cards, but I liked the fact that it covered the entire history of Final Fantasy and didn't really focus just on modern, but the classics as well. And if you remember, it included some bonus card sleeves, which was really a nice touch. And we got a hit in the 9 packs that were contained in that promotional box. We actually got a hit card. It was this guy right here. Yolan Orin, a full art card worth around $25. Now, if last week things hadn't gone crazy, okay? If things hadn't gone crazy, this card would have made my Wall of Fame. But last week things went crazy. We pulled that God pack of Mega Dream EX, etc. Okay? So, this card is worth $25. It was on the Wall of Fame for like 5 seconds, and then it immediately got bumped. All right? But it's a nice-looking card, and that's a pretty good hit. $25 in a promotional box is not a bad hit whatsoever. So I was very pleased with that, okay? So after we opened that promotional box of cards, I asked you guys, would you be interested in me getting the actual set? And you said no. Most people said, that's fine. It looked nice for a little promo box, but it's not a big deal. We'd like you to focus on other major sets that are bigger TCGs, because the Final Fantasy TCG is not huge. It's small. It's small time, okay? And I said, all right, fine. But in the meantime, I looked into it. Those boxes are readily available, and they're not expensive whatsoever. They're under $100. I think, okay, well, without spoiling, I looked into it, and I was like, you know, I like the cards. And personally, I think I would actually like to get a box for myself. Not one that I'm going to open on stream, but one that will, basically, I'll do off stream, and, you know, I'll do it myself. So I did. And the box was around $70, okay? For the whole box. It's 18 packs, I think 12 cards per pack. All right, so it ended up being like around 200 cards. And I got the box, and it showed up, and I opened the box, and I built a binder of Final Fantasy cards. All right? And I want to show you what the cards actually look like now that I actually have a binder of this set. Okay, ready? I'm immediately going to ban every idiot. Here we go. Look at this guy. You're wasting money on cards. Fuck off. Get fucking banned, you bitch. It's my fucking money. If I want to spend money on something, I can. If I want to share it with you, I can. And you can lick my shit. So fuck off and enjoy your ban. Okay. So, here we are. I had it upside down. Oh, the sleeves. I was like, what is that? The sleeves fell out. So these are the promotional sleeves that came with the pre-release box. They're nice. They're Yuna, and you can put cards in them to protect them. So here's what the set actually looks like. All right, as you can see it, no, with the one box that I got, I did not complete the set. But I got a lot of cards. All right, so here is the set. This is what they look like in the Final Fantasy Blissful Eternity card set. I got a ton of them. Okay, some of them I got the nice holofoil versions. Some of them I just got the regular versions. And as you can see, I did a pretty good job almost building out the entirety of the set. I would argue maybe if I were to get a second box, I would probably complete the set. Okay? So there's 124 cards in the set. It's not huge. That's a smaller set for TCG. I like the variety of cards that are in it. Like I said, it really does span the entire history of Final Fantasy. Okay? Nice looking cards, right? And that's the end of the set right there. In fact, that's the final card. That is Oron from Final Fantasy X. And that's the last card in the set, 124. Okay? So I like them. I want to show you, again, up close. I'll just let you see them quickly.
If we put this much effort in actually playing games.
So this is what they look like. As you can see, some of them are nice, beautiful holofoils, while others are just standard cards. Sometimes I got the standard version and the holofoil version. Okay? They're all dependent, you know, but sometimes you get luckier, sometimes you don't. Okay? So they're nice cards. All right? Now, you might say, all right, we opened the whole box, right? How did you do? As you can see, I almost got the set, but I didn't. I'm short maybe like 10 cards, 15 cards, so I'm close to having the whole set. Well, what about hits? That's what everyone wants to know. What hits did you get? Well, I did get some hits, all right? And I want to show you the hits that I got to show you what they look like. So, first off, you already know, this was the hit I got from the pre-release box. That's what the full art cards look like. It's basically the normal art, but they take away all the boxes and the nonsense. They just make it focused on the full art, and they're all holofoils like that, okay? So this one's worth $25.
God, nobody cares.
Orin, okay? Then, I pulled this guy. This is a full art Wind Drake. Very nice looking card, right? And when I pulled it, I was like, oh, wow. That card looks really good. I'm excited. I wonder, what the value would be. And I looked it up on TCG Player. It's about 13 bucks. So it's a nice looking full art. And I was like, well, it's a nice looking card. I guess I'll just take it for that. It sucks that the one that I got in the real box, all right, sadly, is not a good enough value to even match the one that I got from the pre-release box, all right? But that's life. And then I was nearing the end of the box. I think it was, I'm not even kidding you, I want to say it was either the third to last or second to last pack. And at this point, I've accepted maybe you only get one hit per box of these, right? Maybe that's it. That's my one hit. Okay? And then, oh, NDO, hold on a second. NDO just dropped 20 memberships on the YouTube community. Thank you so much, NDO, for 20 freaking memberships. That is huge. Let's get that up on the leaderboard. Good to see you, NDO. I hope you're doing well. That is $60 of support. So we're at 116 of support, and that means we are currently at 2 packs to open on this stream. Why? Because that was a $50 contribution, and we got over the $100 milestone. So that immediately buffs us up to a good amount of packs to open right away. Thank you so much, NDO. That is absolutely awesome of you. And then I received a $2 tip. What are the differences between Kick and Twitch? Huh? What's the difference between Kick and Twitch? They're completely different businesses. They're run by completely different companies. Their methodologies are different. To be honest, Kick likes to copy Twitch and try to be very close to Twitch in the way that they operate. I guess they feel like, a lot of the things on Twitch are nice. For example, the chat and the moving emotes and stuff like that. Kick's being the equivalent to bits over on Twitch, but Kick is way more profitable for a streamer. On Kick, you make way more money because they don't keep as much of a cut as Twitch does. And on Kick, the moderation is reasonable, meaning you can pretty much have free speech on Kick and you don't really have to worry that much about much at all. Now, if you break the law, you're in trouble. But for the most part, you can do whatever you want on Kick without worry. On Twitch, it's like walking on eggshells.
That's not necessarily
This is
true.
not an exaggeration. You ready for this?
Clean up their image as of late.
Many years ago, a troll came into my chat and was insulting me in the chat. So I looked at their avatar in chat, and I insulted the way the avatar looked. And Twitch gave me a disciplinary strike, claiming that's a community violations rule for making fun of someone's looks. And I said,
yeah, not
are you out of
was
your
a picture
mind?
of the guy
was
himself.
outright trolling me. We don't even know if that avatar is really him. And they said, we don't care.
Hey,
Here's
what's
a
up,
disciplinary
Flutter?
strike.
Vanguard's AFK at the moment.
What the fuck? That's how bad they are
No,
over there.
Phil
I
is-
would never
Is he
stream
making
over there
fun
ever
of the
again.
avatar
Okay,
with
to hell
the dude
him.
with the blue
Anyway,
hair?
let's get back on pace with
Yeah.
what we were talking about. Okay,
Oh,
thank you
that's
so
what I
much,
thought.
NDO. Already, the fact
That's
we're
the
going to
one
be opening.
he's
Oh, by the
talking
way,
about, but he's
the
not
poll is
mentioning
over.
it was a picture
Lorcana
of the
Attack of
person
Divine won the
himself.
poll. So we'll be opening more Lorcana cards on this very stream. We're already opening 2
conveniently
packs.
leaves
The
that
more
little
support I
detail
get, the
out.
more packs we open at the end of the stream. I would love to open a ton of Lorcana today to get to our first real hit. So let's go. Let's get
Translation,
that
give me lots of money.
$2,000 Beauty and the Beast. Yeah. All right. Back to what I was talking about. Okay. So I had pulled the Windrake full art card, and I was at third to last or second to last pack, and I had basically resigned myself and said, all right, I like the set. Maybe this is why the boxes aren't so expensive. There's just not a lot of hits in them. And then, right then, near the end, I pulled this. Warrior of Light full art card. This card is very rare. It's so rare that I couldn't find anyone actually having the right picture. People are selling this online but for some reason, they don't have a picture of the front. I don't know why, but they are selling it. All right, one has already sold for around $61, and people are listing it at around $75 for sale. But the set is so new that there's no real big history of the card. But this is considered one of the better hits of Final Fantasy Blissful Eternity, okay? So, at a minimum, it's around $60 value, okay? It's gorgeous. And so, because this card is a hit for me, even though I didn't pull it on stream, I wanted to show you the set. I wanted to show you the card and the story. This absolutely will be on my Wall of Fame. Now, the question is, how do you value it? It could be 60. It could be 75. It could be somewhere in the middle. It could be higher. We don't know. It has already sold for 61. So at a minimum, it's valued at 61 bucks. But that's all we know. So it's too new to judge. I'm just going to say it's a $60 card. And if you take a look at my wall here, the determining factor of where it's going to be placed is the value of that Mega Zoro that's there. So let me just take a look at that one right now. Let's see. Okay. The Mega Zoro is currently $62.17. Is it Zoro? It's Zera Aura. Mega Zera Aura. I said Zoro. It's Zera Aura. Okay? That's the pitch black Mega EX rare card. So what I'm going to do, all right, is I'm going to say that this guy goes right before him. However, there is one problem, and this is what I noticed. I love these sleeves that came with the pre-release box, but they're too big to fit inside here. So sadly, I can't use the Final Fantasy sleeves because the thing keeps popping open on me. So I actually have to get a smaller sleeve. For those who are into TCG, I recommend Vault X Perfect Fit sleeves. They are much tighter and smaller, okay? Tight Night Slap, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. If you continue to talk out of your ass, I'm going to ban you. He's just being an asshole. Okay. So as you can see, that's way smaller. Way smaller of a sleeve. By the way, look how nice that looks. Wow. That just looks sick, doesn't it? It's a nice card. Okay? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put it into the smaller sleeve so that I can actually fit it into my slab, as they call them. Slab them. Oh. See, these cards have texture to them, so they actually stick on the back. This actually has a grainy texture that makes it stick to stuff. It's very unique. Other TCGs don't have that. So it is kind of a unique thing of the Final Fantasy cards. Okay, there we are. So now that it's in the smaller sleeve, now I can fit it into the slab easily. See that? It fits easily now. In fact, now it's kind of loose. There you go. All right. And there he is, Warrior of Light. And so, since he's worth around roughly $61, and Zero Aura supposedly is $62, we'll put him right here in the middle of the pack. And that means,
nobody
sadly,
cares.
we have to say goodbye to this beautiful card from the Dragon Ball box that we opened about a week ago. SS Vegito Ultimate Power. It's a gorgeous looking card, but it's worth about I think it's like between $26 to $28. And it has now been bumped from the wall. That means now our lowest value card on the wall is that Inferno X that we pulled in the God Pack, and that's around $29. So the value of the wall increases. Okay, say goodbye to this Dragon Ball card.
Nobody cares. Okay.
What I really like about our Wall of Fame now is that it is very diverse. You know what I'm saying? We've got Dragon Ball, One Piece, Final Fantasy, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon. Hopefully, we'll have Attack of the Vine. Like, I would love to get Attack of the Vine up there, too. Right now, no, but it would love to have that up there as well for big variety, right? That'd be amazing. But to have 5 different TCGs all up there on the Wall of Fame is pretty awesome. I mean, I've had some really, really great luck, right? I really have. Now, some people are like, you should get a bigger Wall of Fame. Some people are saying, you know, what about your setup? Are you ever going to improve it? Well, yeah, like I told you, my idea, I haven't had a chance to work on this yet. I would like to maybe in the fall. What I think I want to do is I want to get a piece of furniture for here, whether it's like a transparent stand, you know, maybe a glass case, and I want to have levels. So on one level, maybe I'd have just for TCG cards, and I could get a bigger stand of hits, okay? And then maybe the frame could be either higher or lower, I don't know. And then maybe on another level, I can have some of my biggest value games from my classic games collection that we just priced out, you know, back in July. That would be fun to have a different variety of things here on the side of my collections and things. So I think that would be neat, but I need to look into it, and I just, quite frankly, I haven't had a chance to look into it, but I think I will eventually and see what we can come up with, okay? Okay. Cool. Someone to the $1.25 talking about low tier god. I don't care. Thanks for $1.25. There you go. Insignificant. All right. So, folks, in a nutshell, let's summarize everything that we've talked about, okay? Number one, this week, I'm going to make a push to try to finish several games, including Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced, Final Fantasy VI, and Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. Why? Because we have a lot of new games coming up. At the end of this week, we got Metal Gear Solid 4 and the Modern Warfare 4 beta. The week after, we got new releases, and September is a release-heavy month. Therefore, we have to try to get stuff finished, and I'm going to make an honest effort to do that this week. However, we'll continue with games such as Super Mario Sunshine, Dark Souls 2, etc. As people keep showing up and supporting them, I'll keep going. All right? My day off was great. Had a great relaxing day. I did get to play Duskbloods. Overall, my impressions were very, very positive. And I already gave my full impressions earlier on the show. Check out that segment if you'd like to hear them. TCG stuff rolls forward very positively. Currently, we have so many sets to open. I don't need any new cards this week. We're currently opening Lorcana Attack of the Vine,
I'm back. Sorry
One
about
Piece
that.
Royal Blood, Pokemon Journey Together,
How dare
and
you abandon
Yu-Gi-Oh!
us?
Duelist Advance.
You
And
will
by the
never
way,
be forgiven.
supposedly middle of this week, our next box of
just like
Dragon Ball
that.
is arriving. I know how much you guys love that Dragon Ball box. I did too. So our next Dragon Ball box is on the way. When that arrives, I'm sure we'll start opening that as well. Okay? I personally ordered a new box of the Mega Packs from another Japanese set. That'll be our next Mega Packs to open once we finish with Mega Dream EX. I bought a box of Final Fantasy Blissful Eternity for myself to open off stream. I did. I got a giant hit. So I added that to our Wall of Fame because it is around middle of the pack value-wise. Okay?
One of the bad parts about Rumble, you can't see what's coming in the next few parts, so I'm not sure how much longer he'll be speaking.
Geez. Still going. Oh. Jewels. Jewels are very supportive. They help a lot. To everyone who's contributing with Jewels on YouTube, thank you. I'm not going to push you towards using those simply because, you know, YouTube does take a big cut of Jewels. So I just want to make that clear that if you do a super chat,
thanks,
that's
Phil.
still much appreciated. If you support on Kick, that's amazing. If you tip me, that's also cool. But the Jewels help. They are adding up, and they are supporting the channel. So thanks to those who support with Jewels. That is much appreciated, okay? I think now we've covered everything. By the way, Soul at 2 a.m. did a $2 super chat that showed a dog, a cross symbol, and a lightning bolt. So dogs are not electricity. Thank you for telling me that, Soul at 2 a.m. That's a $2 super chat. Thank you so much.
Oh my god!
actually,
How do you
that's the
not
biggest
know
super-
that's a Hassan reference? You
He
absolute
doesn't.
idiot!
He doesn't. He's too stupid. Even I caught that. Again, Phil, show us how dunce you are. But like, good
Super
lord.
chat of the day.
What's up,
So
Blood? How
thank
you
you, Soul,
doing?
for that. We're now to
Just got back
121
here.
to support. So we already are going to open 2 packs of Lorcana
Kick is so
Attack
free
of the
speech,
Vine
and why
on
do
the
you
stream.
police your own chat,
If
Phil? Exactly.
We get more milestones, we'll open more. We're only 29 away from milestone 2.
Exactly.
We're going to
That's
open
the
3
other thing,
packs,
Phil.
right?
He's
Let's
always
go.
gonna
Let's get
brag about that.
momentum. And let's please get some cards opened on this stream. I'd love to do some Attack of the Vine and get a big chunk into that box because we've barely scratched the surface. I think we opened like 4 packs. That was it, right? Okay. Tiny Nice Lab, I really had enough of your nonsense. That's why you're banned.
Wait, what? What did he do? What did he do?
Someone's triggered.
What did he do? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Oh dear God! You click off. I'm sick of seeing you. Where is he? Where is he? What did he say?
X. I bought a box of Final Fantasy Blissful Eternity for myself to open off stream. I did. I got a giant hit. So I added that to our Wall of Fame because it is around middle of the pack value-wise. Okay? Geez. Still going. Oh. Jewels. Jewels are very supportive. They help a lot. To everyone who's contributing with Jewels on YouTube, thank you. I'm not going to push you towards using those simply because, you know, YouTube does take a big cut of Jewels. So I just want to make that clear that if you do a super chat, that's still much appreciated. If you support on Kick, that's amazing. If you tip me, that's also cool. But the Jewels help. They are adding up, and they are supporting the channel. So thanks to those who support with Jewels. That is much appreciated, okay? I think now we've covered everything. By the way, Soul at 2 a.m. did a $2 super chat that showed a dog, a cross symbol, and a lightning bolt. So dogs are not electricity. Thank you for telling me that. Sold at 2 a.m. That's a $2 super chat. Thank you so much. And actually, that's the biggest super chat of the day. So thank you, Soul, for that. We're now up to 121 of support. So we already are going to open 2 packs of Lorcana Attack of the Vine on this stream. If we get more milestones, we'll open more. We're only 29 away from milestone 2. We're going to open 3 packs, right? Let's go. Let's get momentum. And let's please get some cards opened on this stream. I'd love to do some Attack of the Vine and get a big chunk into that box because we've barely scratched the surface. I think we opened like 4 packs. That was it, right? Okay. Dying Nights Lab, I really had enough of your nonsense. That's why you're banned. And you sent a tip to complain. Too bad.
Oh, so this
It was a tip.
Yeah, that's why I was looking for the name. So it was a tip. Okay, never mind. Again, don't get this fool any money. Don't.
You should stop being a bitch and lying and outright talking out of your ass. I don't give a shit. So enjoy your ban. Okay. All right. So that is pretty much what I had to talk about on today's show. That was a lot of topics. Hopefully, you guys understand. And you're ready for a chill week. I think it's going to be a great week of content. I really do. Okay?
Sure, Phil, sure.
All right. So what I'd like to do... Oh, one more thing. This is the last thing. Then we can do Q&A.
Oh, God.
Tomorrow is DSP Tries It. Okay? So the only real suggestion that I've gotten is that supposedly Chick-fil-A is supposed to have a new chicken and waffle sandwich. But I looked it up, and it's just not there yet. Okay? Yeah, they're apparently offering it all day because apparently people are saying chicken and waffle should be breakfast, but they're doing it as an all-day sandwich. Oh, God, that looks weird. It looks weird. I've seen the picture right now. I'm like, oh. So I don't know if it's available. It wasn't available yesterday. Let's see if it's available today. Hold on. I don't know if it's available today.
You don't know anything, Phil. Mr. Banal, anything else you want to say?
It's Sunday and they're closed, and...
Why do you got that stupid look on your face?
What the...
What, Phil?
Oh. I'm not even lying. I opened up the app, and it said, chicken and waffle sandwich, $19. I said, what? $19 for the sandwich? And then I scrolled down and it said meal. I was like, oh my, can you imagine if they were charging $19 for a chicken and waffle sandwich only?
Wasn't mad because you'll probably buy it. You'll pretty much buy it anyways.
So I wonder how much the sandwich costs by itself. I'm trying to find it. Oh my God.
What, Phil? What, Phil?
It's $13.
And?
It's $13.
Yeah, I know. That's a real good screenshot. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go back and get that. No.
Less money if you go pick it up.
Oh.
I know, right? Oh, there we go. That's a perfect screenshot. Give me a second, chat. I am going to get that perfectly done. Because, Phil, you have the face of a snob.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, just that pause frame.
Oh, sorry, chat. Oh, that's going to be perfect. That's going to be safe for a thumbnail, I'm going to say, because I got an idea. I got a real good idea.
Oh, Vanguard's thinking. Everybody duck.
Oh, no.
Oh, trust me. Don't worry. You'll see it. I'll go see it for a thumbnail.
Versus now Wendy's. And my idea was to buy items that are on the Wendy's menu that they've had for a long time to compare the modern versions to the classic. So, for example, I might get the Big Bacon Classic, the Spicy Chicken Sandwich, the Baked Potato Loaded, and maybe a Frosty. And then compare those to the past. Because I remember how they used to be. I want to say, did they taste good? Are they anything like the old product? What about the value for the dollar? You guys liked the episode of Taco Bell last week that I did. That was that idea. In fact, it did well views-wise.
Uh-huh.
Let me double check that. I'm curious if it has gotten even better since Friday. Yeah, it's that episode. I'm not even kidding. That episode, it's one of the best episodes in a while, both views-wise and profits-wise. Huh? So I'm happy with how that episode went. And so I'm thinking that the series is doing successfully. maybe I should keep going, right? So I think tomorrow I would like to do DSP Tries It, then versus now Wendy's. And we'll compare those classic items and see if they're good today or...
You're gonna do a DSP Tries It from a military order?
Jesus Christ.
Oh God, Phil.
whatever. Okay, I think that would be a good episode.
Here's a little IRL update. So my therapist sent me a number for like a vocational agency. I'm gonna call them tomorrow and actually see if I can get like a vocational skill set going.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you one
Because
bit.
it's like I need money. So
No, you
I'm gonna
need
call
to.
them. I'm gonna call them tomorrow. Which I'm pretty sure she sent me the info because unlike Phil, I make sure to double check everything correct.
Correct.
All right. Okay, that's when she was on vacation, and okay, that's the number.
Just remember to send me half your paycheck. That's all.
Not fucking happening.
well, that ain't gonna happen unless Soul sends half of his to you first.
No. I just demand 10%.
See, there you go. See, so get on it, Soul.
You will not get my tithe, you bastard.
You listen. Tithes are mandatory in the Church of Rainier.
Mm-hmm. So you better pay up right now, sir.
You better pay up right now, or
so there.
So, okay, you're just gonna get face the wall, good sir. Just face the wall.
Yep, you gotta face the wall.
Just don't worry about it.
You just gotta face the wall. You ain't got much choices, Soul. Face the wall.
Now,
I'm
if
going
you
out
guys
the
really
airlock.
want me to do...
You still going out the airlock, no matter what.
He's going out it willingly.
You know
Well,
what? No.
okay.
Screw you guys. I'm going out the airlock.
Oh, there goes Soul out the airlock once
There
again.
goes Soul.
And I took a microphone so you can still hear me inside the ship. So there. How that makes sense is if there's no air out in space. I'm a kaiju. Kiss my ass. I don't care about physics.
Don't worry. We'll figure out a way to fix that problem.
do this Chick-fil-A chicken and waffles, I could do it next week. But I think I would prefer to do the Wendy's tomorrow and then do the chicken and waffles next week. Plus, that'll be sure that my local place will actually have it, because even though it's on the menu, because it's launch day tomorrow, it might be issues where it's sold out or problems, you know what I mean? So give them a week to kind of have it settled into the menu and be ready for it. So I think that makes more sense, okay? So that'll be tomorrow during the Assassin's Creed Black Flag stream. At the end of that stream, we'll do DSP Tries It, then versus now, Wendy's, okay? I think that'll be fun. Okay, that's what I wanted to talk about. Threading the
I
Sneedle.
cannot believe that he's still on Black Flag.
Yeah, I know.
It's hard to believe.
I know. He still has not gotten through that. It's like, good lord. It's like, Phil, beat the damn game already. Suddenly, it's certain food that he's already compared to the old prices to a new price. Oh, I know, Lewis. He's buying stuff he already bought before, which makes no sense.
Thanks for 500 kicks, and he says they should make a sequel to Sunshine. Mario has to clean up Isle Epsteino. Oh, there you go. Epstein Island. Interesting. Cleaning that up. That may take more than just a water jetpack, like a little more than a super soaker. You know what I mean? Like he might need some lye to completely burn the island. Maybe some white phosphorus to burn it from scorching it from the earth, perhaps. Maybe that.
Phil, somebody else has to say something about that. It goes along the lines of
That would be the best way to clean it.
Come on, Madman Fenrir did a better white phosphorus joke than
crap.
fucking Phil.
Okay.
I know. Like that joke was going down.
All right, here's what we will
down,
do.
till it finally hit the
We
bottom
certainly
of
have
the
had a great podcast so far. Thank you to everyone chilling, everyone who has supported. We're $24 away from our next milestone and opening another pack of Attack of the
AKA goal.
Vine. I hope that we can hit that and go even further. What do you guys want to talk about? You guys tag me in the chats, and we will talk.
Oh dear
Let's
God!
see.
Oh God! Another Q and bag.
So, GTA 6 is out on PC. That is not correct. It is not out on PC. I have no idea if
I mean,
the
technically
hacked
it is,
version
'cause
slash
the
leaked
entire game
version is
got
out
leaked.
at all. It's not the real
Pretty
game.
much.
I'm certainly not going to be involved with that. Why do you get Yoke Book
Look at what
says,
Bowl Curve said.
hey, Phil, bro, I'm going to sell...
What did he say? What did he say? Where's that?
Look at Bowl Curve, very top of Kick Chat. Take a look. What he said.
Oh dear
Oh,
God!
my God.
Uh,
Not even subtle. Like you just went straight for the fucking throat, bro.
I'm going to snip. I'm going to go ahead and screenshot that one too because
My God.
Wait, who's saying what?
Take a look at what Bowl Curve said at the top of the Kick Chat.
Oh, Kick. I'm looking over at Oh
You see-
God.
Like
Ye-
he just went for fucking blood.
Yeah, I'm glad you caught that because I was doing two things
I
at
caught
once.
that. I'm like, oh Jesus.
I mean, I know people have some crazy stuff. Why aren't you working? No. Let's try that again. I know his chat sometimes they just go way off, but holy crap, this guy just went straight there. Like, god damn. So I'm gonna be saving that, and I'm gonna use that for something else. But oh boy,
Old game cases and CDs at my local GameStop for store credit or cash.
low
just
early for that,
curious.
Anthony.
What
Low
kind of
early for
value
that.
do they give to that stuff at this point? Because at one point, if you went to GameStop and you traded in anywhere between 3 to 5 games, and especially if you traded it towards an immediate purchase, like let's say you were going to trade it towards a console buy or a game right then, you'd get big bonus credits. There were times back in the day when I was, early days of YouTube, I would go to GameStop and trade in 3 games from the week before that I just bought and played towards a new game, and I would make like 60% of my money back. So let's say it was a $60 release, I'd make $40 per game. So I could technically trade in 3 games and get 2 new ones. That's how good it used to be. Then they completely nerfed that ability. Now it was, you trade in a game, it's like $20. It's a new game. It just came out last week. $20. We don't care. So yeah, it kind of changed.
This is. Go ahead.
Phil, first of all, you managed to make a cost of a game back like no fucking problem. So shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
And second of all, who the fuck cares?
Exactly.
So I'm curious if they actually do reasonable value on trade-ins in the modern era, right? I don't know. No, I'm not playing Star Wars Zero Company. I've already said this a bunch. It's an XCOM style game. I've tried 2 XCOM style games. They both failed on the channel. They're too lengthy. There's a lot of grinding and boring downtime that people on a stream don't enjoy. If I was that style of gamer, maybe people would like it. I know for a fact there's gamers that are incredibly profitable doing that kind of content, but it ain't gonna be me. So I'm not playing that. No.
Of course you're not gonna play it because it's too difficult for you.
I played Dragon Quest Builders 2. It was insanely lengthy. Some parts I loved, some parts I didn't like at all.
You
So I
heard
would
it, so
probably
Anthony
never
says
play
you gotta
another
pay
one,
up too.
I have not spoken to a single person in a TCG community. As I've stated, I don't want to be a part of any community because of the detractors and toxic people who follow me around.
Here we go. I knew this was coming.
All that would happen is people in that community would be hurt by these scumbags and just, sociopaths. So I do things my own way. I stay away from them on purpose.
Hey, Phil. Outside of the Detractiverse, I'm in a couple other communities, and in those communities, I don't hurt nobody. We just play games and have a good time. So unless you're talking about other ones, let's say like Wing Trolls, your community is fine.
And I think it serves everyone well. Elder Millennial, if you spam the chat one more time asking me to unban someone, you will also be banned along with them.
I would just keep spamming this since we know it gets on your nerves.
Nice. Noble Time says, I decided to pick up a box of Yu-Gi-Oh! Chaos Origins. That was our first box of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. I got a big hit. The card is Black Chaos. It goes for $56. It's a nice set. The best card I got was $11. Did you get a full art? Is that a full art pull? Because I got no full arts during my pull, which was kind of disappointing.
Wait a minute.
No, I'm not playing Big Walk. It's a co-op game.
Gentlemen, they're making a new Metro game.
Wait, what?
They're making a new Metro game. Metro 2039.
Oh, Metro. I think you said Metroid.
No, Metro, not Metroid. Metro.
Yeah, I know that for a while.
I didn't know about that till now. I'm just having to look, and I see they get released next year. Okay. I'll have to check that out.
Game. I've already answered that a million times. Well, Egglander, there's 2 reasons. He says, you were right about the God Pack. I have a PokeTuber vid in my feed. His God Pack pull got 200,000 views. You've only got like 5,000. I don't know why you got so little. There's 2 reasons. Reason number 1, I'm not a PokeTuber. Okay, I'm not. I'm not known for doing Pokemon stuff. I've only been doing TCG for 3 months. In the 3 months that I've been doing TCG, I feel like I've had absolutely insane amounts of success. For the pulls I'm getting, and you know what I mean? I'm doing well for myself. I got people contributing to streams to see the cards. I'm doing great, right? I am. Everything's going well with the card stuff. And I'm shocked that within 3 months I'm doing as well as I am. But I haven't accumulated a huge audience for it. Look at the videos. They do what? 500 views for the pack openings? Maybe 1,000 if I get a big hit, more people go watch it. But I don't have a giant audience for it, and I know that. notably, number one, this channel is ancient, and it's known for video games, so no one's going to look for DSP Gaming for TCG, right? Maybe if I had a channel that was dedicated to TCG or a rebranded channel that's just TCG content now, that would be more successful in the algorithm. This channel, I doubt was ever going to hit the algorithm for TCG. That's point number one. Point number two, the moment that I got the God Pack, okay, everyone who restreams and steals my content stole it immediately, snipped the clip, put it out stating that it was fake.
Oh my god.
So the moment that it
Nobody
happened,
cares,
everyone,
Phil.
oh, it's fake. Look, he's alive. Now there's literally zero evidence of anything they've said. Because it was a real pack, they had to just immediately slander it and fabricate shit up, of which there is absolutely no factual evidence because it's not true. The God Pack was real. It was a legit poll.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go for
Phil,
it.
Phil. You got a God Pack. Whoop-de-fucking-do. I don't give a fuck. You got lucky. You managed to hit card lottery, basically. Good for fucking you. I don't care, though. And the fact that you got so defensive about it being legit, people are gonna be like, well, wait a minute. What if this wasn't legit? What if this was all fake? Like you created the very problem that you're complaining about right fucking now.
Exactly.
It's no equivalent of a bum who can't hold a job and blaming everybody else for that because he can't hold a job, even though it's always his fault. Like and of course the reason why I say that is because it's very similar. You both create your own problems, and yet you just refuse to fucking acknowledge that you create your own problems and issues.
Exactly.
But when you have so many shitbags determined to ruin something good, the internet gets skeptical. I don't blame them. If there was someone who was an outsider and saw this God Pack poll and you've got a ton of people saying it's fake, you might believe it's fake, right? That's just an outsider's perspective. Why are so many people saying it's fake? So when something's in question for its validity, there's no way whatsoever that it's really going to get big attention than, for example, a big-time PokeTuber who's known for doing Pokemon videos constantly and pulling cards and things. They get a God Pack. Well, they're trusted. They're known in the community. They're always going to be able to have that be prominent because they're known for it, right? For me, I'm a newbie, so I'm not going to get that kind of attention. And then on top of that, everyone's saying that it's fake because they want to get clickbait views, which is exactly what they did. I'm never going to get attention for it. So it is what it is. The truth is, I'm happy that I got the pack. It's like I said, it's a moment that we got to share and have a great time together. The cards are of incredible value, right? Awesome. And I appreciate everyone who has stuck around for card stuff and supported it. Thank you for that. Ghost did a $5 super chat. He says, I hope it's nice and cool where you are. It's 112 where I live. It is. Today is actually a day on the cooler side. I think it's not even going to hit 80 degrees Fahrenheit here today, which is much appreciated after some of the warmer days that we have had as of late. Bilbo Swaggins did 500 kicks and says, you 100% bought that God Pack on eBay. No, I didn't. That's an outright lie. It's slanderous and defamatory. Enjoy your permanent ban, you little bitch.
Phil, they're going to keep doing that because they know it gets under your skin. You so stupid you don't even see that. They're still going to keep doing it, you idiot. Why you keep falling for the same thing over and over?
Because he's not a very bright boy.
Oh, he is not. But keep on crashing on that, Phil. Keep it up.
And I did permanently ban him. I don't care that every once in a while he'll drop kicks. I don't need his kicks. He's a piece of shit, and he can kiss my ass.
I'm trying to find something, Anthony. Give me a second.
So now we're up to 136 to support. Only 14 away from our next milestone.
Got back or not, it doesn't matter as long as he's selling the cards not worth it, blah, blah, blah. Also, yeah, Phil, complaining about the trolls, makes their claims. Exactly. He wasn't part of that. If the God Packs wasn't worth money, true.
Oh, that's true. Starshine Radiant says people who really do know Pokemon know the God Pack poll was real, but people are fishing for
gentlemen. For anyone that has yet to buy Metro, you want to buy it now because it's a sale. They have an 85% off sale on it. Like you buy Metro Exodus Gold Edition for about for pretty much $6, a natural bundle. Look at it right now. Because I mean, Phil is being so boring. I'm just seeing what games was on sale, and I can see that.
reactions. In truth, my reaction doesn't matter.
Actually,
all they need
you
is
know
their
what?
audience to believe it. and that's how they profit. So they can literally say anything
close
with
to
no
being
truthful
self-aware, Phil.
corroboration,
So
no
close.
evidence. As long as their dunce fuck audience, brain dead, mouth drooling audience believes it, that's all they care about, because that's how they make their money, the clickbait. So they could say anything. At this point, I'm shocked someone hasn't said I'm a murderer or like a hardcore drug dealer.
Whoa,
because they just say
Phil.
anything with literally no facts or actual evidence of anything. They just say whatever they want.
Trying to tell us
and
something,
morons
Phil?
eat it up
I
because
think
they're
he
that fucking
is.
stupid. Yes. Doug O says, do you think if you live stream buying and opening the card on the spot and getting a God Pack, people would say it's fake? Yes. They would still say it was planned and doctored ahead of time. 100%. Yes. Thank you, Carly Snail. Appreciate that.
Because it bothers
Tim the Tool,
you,
thank you for a
Phil.
gifted membership this morning. I appreciate that. We're now up to 139 to support. We're 11 away from our third pack opening. Let's go. Noble Time says the big thing with Yu-Gi-Oh! Is Konami just doesn't know how to keep up with Pokemon and other TCG cards when it comes to values. I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh! Is focused on the game, is it not? Like, those cards are players' cards, right? The text is absolutely tiny and very hard to read. The cards have nice art, but they're very busy. There's insane fucking huge paragraphs and shit on the cards. So as a collector, you look at that card, you're like, well, I like the art, but I'm not going to read this fucking novel that's on here. It's like reading a Shakespearean soliloquy. Like, I'm not doing that as a collector. You know, they're visually appealing, and that's about it. I get it. Like, I think that they've designed that to be a player set. You want to buy those cards to play with them, right?
Wow, he's an idiot.
Oh, he is.
Like, Phil, maybe if you wore your reading glasses, you might be able to read it.
But you can't do that, Soul.
Well, it's this simple, Egglander. He says, well, how can people say these defamatory things about you when the facts are on your side? You did it without any cuts. You literally did it live. You weren't expecting it to happen. It's obviously real. Because people on the internet who live eternally online, okay, people who don't live in the real world like us, don't care about facts. These are the same people who love conspiracy theories. They believe the weirdest fringe shit because they want to live in some kind of a crazy, dramatic fantasy world. So they believe every single thing they're told, even if it really doesn't even sound true or there's no evidence. They don't care. They want to be duped. They find entertainment and satisfaction in being stupid, duped people. So
See,
as long as it's someone they don't like or
they've
led to believe is a bad person they shouldn't like, and something negative is being said about them, they're happy. I don't even need to see evidence. I just want to hear more people talk shit about this person. Why do you think Kino Casino exists? That's exactly the reason why. Period.
Always talking about Kino Casino.
Someone just gave me $2. Is the outsider thing you think makes sense? It's similar to when back in the day, non-gamers became gaming YouTubers like iJustine, etc., and were met with mistrust in terms of being legit. It's just the reverse with you now where you're in the outsider coming in. Well, I will say this, all right? I actually think that's an intelligent comparison. I want to say thank you for that comparison because I didn't think of it that way. However, I want you to understand, I'm not trying to step on anyone's toes. I'm not coming in and trying to be like, oh, well, now because I was popular for something else, I now want to jump on the bandwagon of what's hot so that I can now carry over to that. Because sadly, I hate to say it, guys like, what the hell was that fucking guy's name? Who was making the ads, all gaming ads, even though he wasn't even a gamer, and then he made a gaming channel overnight. What the hell was his name? The guy who I got into an argument with because his ads were on my videos. You guys remember the guy who was doing that? Yeah, thank you, Toby Turner. That's 100% exactly the point that I was making back then. Here's a guy, all he does is make stupid comedy videos. He was known for a fucking video called Chicken and a Biscuit. It's just a song, Chicken and a Biscuit, Chicken and a Biscuit. It's for retards, okay?
Whoa,
and he got
Phil,
prominently popular for that. He does dumb comedy videos that aren't funny, but they're
Phil.
for dumb people, okay?
Like,
and dumb people like them. All of a sudden, gaming videos can be monetized. This guy decides overnight, I'm a gamer. I'm now going to play games and do game playthroughs. And it's like, funny how you didn't do any of that before you could make money on it. And funny how he wasn't really a gamer who did playthroughs. He didn't play a game from start to finish. He just fucked around in a game for an hour or two, put out a video that was like a montage of it.
Go for it.
Like, regardless of what you think of Toby Turner now, back then, Toby Turner, like this is like that Phil doesn't seem to understand, and this is very indicative of him. He thinks that people only can't have hobbies outside of their jobs.
Of course he can't.
This is just something that I know. Is like you can't just do, like come on, like, professional cosplayers. Yes, they pretty much got to dress up for money. And guess what? A lot of those people start up because they enjoy doing it, and not to mention, and they still do it and of course they still do it for fun. It's just they just happen to be getting paid for it, and not to mention, Toby Turner, he probably was gaming before he was doing. before he did his fucking channel. I mean, like I said, granted, he's also, if you've seen the documentary by June the King, he's not a very good person, so there's that.
I gotta watch
But
that.
that's a separate topic.
I haven't got a chance to watch. I gotta watch that myself.
Yeah, I just watched the documentary on, and this is a tangent, and because I like tangents, but I watched but I like but I watched the documentary on Cliff
There
Victor
you
because
tangent on a tangent show.
I know, how dare I?
I know, right?
But yeah, I watched the documentary on Cliff Victor. I really recommend it because I'm like, wow, this dude's a piece of shit. Not to mention, he's a fucking loser.
Oh, we can see that.
And then was on to the next piece of shit content. Okay, he wasn't a real gamer. So real gamers were pissed because, number one, he was becoming prominent for gaming when he's not a gamer. He literally was doing shitty comedy videos under the guise of video gaming, even though it wasn't. Toby Games or whatever was his channel. Number two, sponsors were skipping over real gamers who busted their ass to get the following that they had gotten on YouTube, and were going to him to advertise their games. He got that ginormous contract with fucking EA to advertise Madden. Not a single person bought Madden because Toby Turner did a fucking ad about it, and that ad got spammed all over gamers' videos. So it was bullshit. He was a poser. He only did it for the money. He didn't give two fucks about any of it, and he tried to cash in, okay? Me getting into TCG stuff, I'm not trying to cash in. I'm not expecting to make a fortune doing it. I'm not trying to step on anyone else's toes. I'm not trying to even involve. I've separated myself from that community and said, I'm not part of TCG. I do my own thing. I'm not a PokeTuber. All I'm doing is buying cards, opening them, and learning about them through you guys and enjoying that as supplementary parts of my content. I'm not looking to become a prominent TCG PokeTuber guy. That's not my goal. All right? I'm not stepping on anyone's toes. I'm not putting my fucking ads on other people's videos. I'm certainly not getting any sponsorship contracts that should be going to these people who do this full time. So I just want to make this abundantly clear. There's a big difference, but I totally understand the comparison. It does make sense, and I'm glad that you brought it to light because that, now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, I can totally see that. Spoderman did a $2 super chat. He says, can you hit the folks? Gaming isn't your strong suit. Can I what?
What?
Hit the folks? No, I won't hit the folks.
What are you talking about?
That is true. Egglander said, the difference is you seemingly care about learning about this card in the hobby. Toby didn't really care about gaming. He barely knew anything about gaming when he did the ads. He didn't give two shits about the games. He literally wasn't even talking about the games in his ads. He was acting like an asshole. He was like a fake Tom Green and acting like an idiot and pissing people off, and he was getting paid tons of money to do it by EA. It's like, what the fuck?
You are witnessing autism. Yes,
pretty much.
You are witnessing autism
I have no idea what you're saying,
in real fucking time.
We are.
Oh, he's scanning.
Scanning for more tips.
Mr. Burnell.
All right. Some idiot tipped $1 and said something stupid, so I'm ignoring them. Okay.
Again, send them nothing.
Let him just sit and stew.
Mm-hmm. Because we always remember, chat, you get a lot more for nothing.
Mr. Burnell, are you there?
Come on,
exactly.
Phil.
You probably shouldn't be hitting your folks. It's probably a bad idea. Bigfoot news? No, I'm not up on Bigfoot news, okay? I'm on the fence about Final Fantasy Resonance. It comes out, what, October? I think it's a good game. It sounds like it's going to be good, right? We'll be done with Final Fantasy VI by then. I would like to play it, but the question is, would people show up for it and support it? I'm not so sure. I hope that they would, but I don't know if they would. You tell me, right? Resonance is a turn-based game. I don't know. Like Final Fantasy VI, thankfully, we have a few people who really like this playthrough and are supporting it in droves. I really appreciate that. I don't know if that's going to work with Resonance, but I would love to play Resonance to make this clear, okay?
Oops, wrong button.
Did I? Phoenix the Maid said, isn't the crazy thing about the God Pack you open up the sealed box in the same video? I did? I don't think I did. I think we had already opened a pack. I'm almost positive we had already opened a pack.
Are you positive? Sure.
Cyber Elk, I do not think I saw your email about Pokemon, no. Unless, hold on. Oh, I got so many emails. Let me get rid of this one. This one. It's crap on. I can't see my inbox right now. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Where is it? There. Okay. Yes, I did see it. I have it. I didn't do anything with it, but I see that you did email me about it, but I didn't look into it yet. Okay. Cool.
Not that anybody cares. Let's see. He even has his bot saying, and I hate when this thing does this on Rumble. You can email email DSP at darksidephil@hotmail.com for ideas/suggestions, unbanned requests, and more. He cannot reply to every email, but he does read them all. But be careful about links, attachments, so they don't get hit with spam.
Bruh.
Oh, Phil.
Okay. Am I excited for more Mario Sunshine Rage? No, not the Rage. Like, I am hoping that we're going to have fun today. There are parts.
Look at that super chat. I am not sure if this person's trolling or LARPing, but
Oh, nice.
I couldn't even tell you, Anthony.
About the game that are entertaining. There are parts that are actually fun. I like that it's like a summertime vibe in this, what is it, Del Pino Island or whatever it's called? Isle Del Pino. It's fun in that regard. I just wish the mechanics were better. I wish that this version didn't have so much input delay. I wish that it wasn't so frustrating. But overall, there are things to enjoy about the game as well. There's no way I could read this name, but thank you to this person for a $2 super chat. The message is very, very disingenuous and kind of mean-spirited, to be frank. So thanks for $2. I'm not reading that under any circumstance. Threading the Sneedle did 500 kicks and Japanese kanji I can't read. Or some kind of kanji. Here, let's translate it.
Watch it be a troll.
It has to be. Plant McKinner, whatever that name is.
Not working.
Plant McKinner, as far as I can see. The other name, I have
he said,
no idea.
I love boobs. Well, congrats to you. Threading the Sneedle loves boobs. Thanks for 500 kicks. I appreciate that. That was a fun translation. What? Now, did I add $5 to the leaderboard or not? Shucks. I don't know if I did. Did I or did I not? Does anyone know? Because I was distracted.
It's your stats. You should fucking know.
I know.
Oh my god.
This is Phil after all.
Deep breaths. Deep breaths.
Did I or did I not? I need an answer. Does anyone know if I added $5 or if I need to? Because I don't remember. I didn't? Okay.
And they're just spamming boobs.
I got distracted by the having to translate. All right, so with that, we are now at 3 packs to open. Thank you guys so very much for the support. When we hit the $200 milestone, that's 4. And if we hit the $250 milestone, that would be 5 packs of Attack of the Vine to be opened, plus a bonus pack of Mega Dream EX. I would love to do that. The Mega Dream EX are the ones that have high value kits. I want to get one of those Dragonites. I want to get that crazy value Pikachu. It's still in there. Let's go. Let's get those hits. Thank you and support the stream. Let's get to those milestones. Plant McCann here, thank you for $2. He says, what's up, Phil? Here's to a good stream today. Indeed, thank you, Plant. Thanks for those gems or jewels earlier as well. I saw that you gave me some jewels. And Spoderman, thanks for $2. Any IRL streams planned for the future? No.
No.
Thanks for $2.
We all saw that coming. The answer's no on that one.
Stop looking at myself flexing? Never. I will always look at myself flexing.
Oh my god.
Sure. Look at them noodle arms. Quite
Talk
sure.
about noodle arms. God damn.
Okay, Mr. Fake Jack Skellington.
Always. Ah. And you like
You
it.
look gay, Phil.
That was very gay.
Not even gay men act like this.
Mm-hmm.
And not even joking, I literally met a stereotypical gay guy at
That means
my
let's get a
old
second
job.
God.
There's quite a few
Like,
people know my
dude
job
had
act
the
like
fucking
this.
voice and everything, and he had the flamboyancy, and even Phil, and even wasn't as gay as Phil.
I guarantee you, a gay person will be looking at Phil, but like, nope, I'm good.
Mhm.
He's like, if he's gonna be gay, then I'm gonna go straight.
Pack and make people's heads spin. That would be insane because God packs are insanely rare. It's not that no one ever pulls 2 God packs. No one ever pulls 2 God packs close. You know what I'm saying? If I get another God pack for Mega Dream EX, that's insanity. That's absolutely nuts. Okay? I told you I bought another set that also has God packs. It's a previous set from this Japanese, Pokemon that has really unique cards in it. And I'm hoping that we get good, some good pulls in that set. That's coming. And that'll be our next, after we finish these Mega Dream EX, those will be the next premium packs that we pull. How much time is left on the podcast? Probably about 10, 15 minutes. We'll probably wrap it up around the 2-hour mark so we can get into Mario.
Oh, God, he's gonna keep on talking. Okay. While he continues talking, chat, give me 1 quick minute. 1 quick minute. Yeah, that is actually loud. Okay, that's a little too loud. Hold on, chat. I apologize. There we go. Sorry about that, chat. That was a little too loud. Didn't mean to want to be that super loud in you guys' blind ears. Give me a second.
He's trying to murder your eardrums. Get him.
No, only you would do that. I trying to do it to the chat because I actually care about them. I actually do. I like you. But ooh,
The lies keep coming.
That was incredibly loud. I apologize, chat. Let's see. Go to sound mixer. Turn this down to this. One of the other things on the PC side, you can always turn things up or down, whichever. Let's see. Can I be able to? Let's see. I got to first. 1 minute, chat. Really? I'm here, chat. I'm trying to. So why can't you change? Hold up. Hey, hold on.
We're having technical difficulties.
Yeah, a little bit difficulties. Sorry about that. Why ain't you letting me do that? Now let's go try the video. Because I know I can hear the game. I'm just trying to switch to the other monitor. Why ain't you allowing me? Let's try that instead. Will this actually fix the issue? Probably not. Okay, I'm about to do this. So do this quickly. I know what to do. 1 minute, chat. 1 quick minute. We'll go to this screen quickly. We'll get back there. Give me 1 second so I can try to get this fixed up. 1 second. Why aren't you switching? Sorry about that. I hit the wrong button. Give me a second. Sorry. Yeah, I hit the wrong button by accident. All right. Why don't you want to play correctly? All right. So instead, we're going to pick. The heck with it. We'll pick this. I'm sorry. I was going to pick another game, but we'll pick Mass Effect. Sorry, chat. No, I had to mute it for a sec. Yeah, but for whatever reason, it doesn't want to go on the other monitor, and I don't know why. I'll have to play around with the settings off stream to figure out why. It's one of the older ones. Yeah, that's what I was trying to play, because... Yeah, I was trying to switch it, but it wasn't working. Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. We'll play this while he continues going on. What's wrong button? Not that one. There we go. Like again, I apologize for that, chat. I was trying to get Metro to work, but that wasn't working. So, and why didn't you load up Mass Effect?
Which I will say, people, if you want a good trilogy, play the Metro trilogy. It is really good.
Agreed. Oh, that's fine. Of course, it's going to have this stupid menu up. That's why. Seriously. Thank you. Nah, Steam just being stupid, that's what it was. Right, this from down here, move over here. There. Come on. Let's get on. Go. Put them both together. Okay. Wait a minute, chat.
$1,001, $1,002,
Okay.
$1,004, $1,000.
You gonna keep it up? I know it.
Keep what up?
I know
What you talking about?
I know what you're doing.
1,015. I think you're just losing your mind. 1,022.
Hardy har. There we go. All right. Got it.
Egglander, I follow a few TCG things. I do. And I try to stay in line with it. Like if a product goes live on a, non-reseller site, I try to see if I can get in on it. I'm going to be honest. It doesn't seem like it's going to be very viable. One thing that's interesting, that's about to start happening, if you're not aware. So Walmart is going to start doing TCG completely differently, but it's not just TCG, but any like high in demand items. Here's what Walmart's going to start doing. So you need to create an account ahead of time. You need to have your profile set up ahead of time, and you have to have a payment method set up in advance. Then what happens is Walmart will have a page. Let's say, for example, they start pre-selling
that's all you
the
missed,
Pokemon 30th Anniversary Collection, Elite Trainer boxes, booster bundles, etc. You'll go to the page, and instead of it saying, hey, order, it'll say, hey, lottery entry. So now you enter the lottery, and as long as you're an existing customer with a confirmed name and address and a payment method, you get entered into a lottery. Then what Walmart will do is randomly select the winners of the lottery, contact them, and say, we have automatically charged to your account this order, okay? And so you get the item. This, they're feeling, doing a lottery system for certain items like Pokemon cards is going to completely eliminate the reseller market. And what's going to happen is the resellers, now not able to get the product anymore, are going to panic, and they're going to slash their prices to try to be more in line with retail because they need to dump the product. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. However, what I'm very interested about is, does that make the market crash? Like, I'll give you an example here, okay? These cards have value because of the reseller market. For example, my most valuable card, Mega Gengar EX, which is over $400 now, okay?
So let's go to...
Likely, if the resellers went away overnight, and if these cards were readily available to purchase at the regular price, the value of this card would probably plummet.
I appreciate it, Anthony.
However, maybe not, because this is Japanese, and if you live in the United States, you have no ability to buy Japanese cards at retail. However, anyone should be able to buy Chaos Rising cards that are English at retail price. So this card's value could plummet, because anyone who could just buy it domestically at regular price, why would this be worth as much if you could just buy them up? You see? So what I suspect would happen is all the English product would plummet in value, but the Japanese prices would likely hold. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that's what would happen. Okay? And that'd be crazy, because there's people who sit on these collections thinking this is their money. This is my investment. This is where all my assets are. This is my liquidity. You know what I'm saying? They sit on the unopened product. They sit on cards. But if the market plummets because now Walmart does a lottery system and what if every retailer follows suit? No longer can you just buy the buying like these guys are doing, but instead everyone's randomly selected. Everyone pays retail. That's the end of the resellers market. Yeah.
And the ball spot's right there.
Yeah.
And that chair shake is something else.
Oh, Cyberrock, I haven't even seen the video yet. Yeah, I haven't had a chance.
Hold on.
Maybe when I will, if I do have a chance, then I'll maybe take a look at it later. But I'm sorry, I really didn't see it yet. Starshine Radiant says, if the same amount of product is being bought but not through scalpers, and if meta drives the prices, I don't think it'll be a difference if resellers aren't a thing. But that's the problem. The meta doesn't drive the price. It doesn't. The resellers do. The scarcity isn't that. Here's the problem with Pokemon particularly. Now, this may not be every TCG, but with Pokemon, the problem isn't that there's not enough cards. They're printing more and more cards. The problem is the resellers are buying, holding, and scalping all the product. Therefore, it's artificial scarcity. It's exactly what happened when the PS5 came out. No one could get one because the scalpers bought them all. So if you wanted a PS5, you're going to pay $800-900 for it, at least for that first year. And then finally, enough inventory was created and put out on the shelf that there was no way the scalpers could hold it all, right? But what's happening with Pokemon is it's so in demand. That's exactly what's happening. Every single scalper is buying up all of the product. So no one can get it unless they pay exorbitant prices. This makes the value drive up. If the scalpers are gone and the game is now determined by the meta and the cards are determined by the meta, tons of cards that are considered high scarcity because the scalpers hold the inventory could disappear overnight. It's actually funny. I saw a post like 2 weeks ago. Someone had listed that some scalper had now listed they have like 11,000 elite trainer boxes of destined rivals that they just put out for sale online. That they had actually bought them all when the set first released last year. They held them all this time, and now they decided to put them up for sale. 11,000 elite trainer boxes. That's an insane amount of cards. So if those cards were to flood the market and anyone could just buy them at normal price, all the price of the cards in that set, especially the hits, would plummet because now there's just way more of them out there readily available. But this guy held the boxes for like a year,
which is still
therefore making that set way more valuable and driving the prices up, you see? So if we destroy scalping, that's a good thing for people who want to play the game or just generally collect. But for those who are the investors, those who are looking to hold the value, their nuts are going to get crushed, if that makes sense.
And here he goes talking about nuts being crushed. Certainly has a fetish for that. My PS5 is rent to own. True. This is why Phil should sell his cards, because the moment the scalpers leave his
Egglander says,
exactly,
considering the value of the cards, do you prefer that there be resellers or no resellers? Because I feel like getting rid of resellers hurts your collection.
He's
Again,
giving me ideas.
It's all about perspective.
know.
As someone who just got into this hobby 3 months ago, who enjoys opening the cards, looking for the hits, collecting, sorting the binders, talking about the cards, having a fun time opening different sets with all of you, none of that is affected by this. The only part that gets affected is the value of the cards, and if somewhere down the line I eventually decide to sell them. If I do that, then yes, that's a big problem. If all of a sudden the market is flooded with cards and all these values plummet, then I probably won't be able to resell them for much at all, and likely I'm going to be out a ton of money and value that I probably should have had. At the same time, I hate to say it, guess what? That's the hobby. That's the game. That's life. This has already happened before. This happened way back when in the 80s and 90s with comic books, where everyone was into comic books and they were mass buying them, and they were mass producing them, and everyone, holofoil variant, gold foil variant, alternate cover, this, that, and the other thing. And everyone thought it was all going to be worth a ton of money. They spent a ton of money. They invested an insane amount of money. It was all worth nothing. The entire market fell out in the early 2000s, and comic books were worth zero. So everyone who invested hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars in comics lost all of their money. That's just how it is. You know, that's collectibles. They go up and down like this. It's only worth what someone's willing to pay. So, very much.
Go ahead and sell it right now.
I really feel like this collection eventually will be worth nothing, and that's okay as long as we've had fun along the way. As long as there's been, you know, a lot of content made out of it. You guys enjoyed the content and you supported the content. Then I guess I don't really care about the value. Now, for me right now, it is an added bonus that these cards have value, and maybe at some point I could sell them. But thankfully for me, from the get-go, that was never the idea. It was never collect and sell for profit. It was collect, have fun, create content, have people coming here for it, supporting it, making it a part of everything that I do. And then maybe somewhere down the line, if things turn around or whatever, then maybe you sell them, right? But I don't really care about that right now, to be honest with you. I actually feel like a lot of these places that are going to be hurt are these businesses that are based around it. You know what I mean? There's tons of businesses based on reselling. There's tons of businesses based on ripping. And all of that will go away. No one will care, right? If the value, for example, right now, there's these YouTubers who do rips. And if they're ripping and they pull a big hit, someone's a big winner. It's like playing the lotto on their stream, right? And they make tons of money doing it. But what if the value of the cards just plummets? Who's going to pay to do the fucking rips now? They could go buy the cards themselves. Why would they pay a YouTuber to rip? It would go away overnight.
Ask us the same question.
No one would care.
Why don't you ask us the same question, Phil? Not difficult to do. Oh, it's the lower settings. Yeah, that's the lowest. Ooh, which one is it? I think it is.
All right, we are going to wrap this episode up. I hope that you guys have enjoyed.
About time.
As usual, during the middle of the week, I usually just do morning shows that aren't as long. Today I had a ton to talk about with all these topics. And particularly this week, I'm going to try to make the morning shows shorter because I am trying to wrap up playthroughs like Assassin's Creed and, excuse me, and Final Fantasy and other things. I need to get more gameplay in to try to wrap these games up, all right? There will absolutely be a level 1 podcast at the end of the week that I hope that you guys will join me for. And we'll, you know, obviously that'll be the cumulative show. Maybe there'll be a podcast in the middle. It really depends. If we have a day where a lot of gaming news is going on and I feel like I want to do an extended show, then I'll probably do a podcast. But outside of that, we're probably just going to do quicker morning shows, all right? And I want to say thank you. You guys were awesome. Thank you for the early support. Absolutely appreciate it. Already, we're going to do a DSP pack rips today of Disney Lorcana. Hopefully, we'll get some hits and go from there. Okay, guys? All righty then. Thank you so very much for a great show.
Finally.
Hope you will join me for Super Mario Sunshine on stream right now. And I hope that, of course, you'll join me all week long.
And that's going to be it for that one. We are definitely not going to be watching him playing his stupid Super Mario thing. We'll get into a couple of clips, and then at 7, I'm going to call it. So we're just going to go to these companies. I mean, these few clips here, Chad, and at 7, I'm going to call the stream. So let's get into this. This won't even take long.
Have you or a loved one been affected by pignosis? Symptoms include blaming the controller, banning your own viewers, and saying, that's impossible 47 times.
Willingly. And join me.
Hello, Drew.
I didn't mean to snort, sorry.
God damn.
I didn't mean to snort, sorry. That was loud. It was the random Hello Jew part that came out of nowhere. Oh, goodness.
Maybe I would go on the show if they paid me. If they paid me some money, maybe if they gave me some big dollars, you know? Then again, the Canadian dollar's worth like nothing. So they'd have to give me double. They have to give me double big money. Because I actually get something out of it, since the American dollar has value and the Canadian dollar is like, worth the dirt on the ground. It's completely worthless.
That's kind of funny because I know what he's talking about. He's talking about Keanu Casino over here. He's pretty much over here talking about how what they pay him to come back on the show. It's kind of funny because you paid him a lot of money begging to come on the show. And how did that happen, Phil? I mean, how did that go? Didn't go to what did for you, huh?
Anyway, let's see here. They get a Scrail or Scrawly divided by 5. That's 200, and then so he owes me 247 subs. So if 220 ICS drops 247 subs on the channel, we'll schedule a Desert Bus Marathon.
Ooh.
He goes, what's your logic behind banning donators who hate watch? Seems pretty counterproductive, like it's 2026 and you ban hate watchers. Are you stupid? 220 ICS, he's watching right fucking now. He's on another account, he's watching. He's already contributing. He didn't go anywhere. At this point, me slapping him across his digital nuts is symbolic, okay? He's gonna come back anyway. He has no life. He lives eternally online. He's a loser. So he'll always be here watching me, stalking me, ready to drop at a moment's notice subs and contributions because he thinks somehow paying me is insulting and hurting. He's dumb, okay?
I mean, you
can't make dumb people really go away, but all you can do is tolerate them. So he's here.
You're literally falling for it,
watching.
Phil, so it seems to be working.
Okay?
Okay, good now. What was I gonna do? Oh, yeah. Oh, I already did this. Now we got that taken care of. Let's go. Oh, let's go. There we go.
Oh God!
I mean, they're like
What's
the biggest
up?
streaming duo on Kick.
Phil is at the
You do realize
carnival,
that's like saying
the
they're
roller
the best
coaster
athletes
ride
in the Special
Night of
Olympics, right?
Sunshine.
Oh,
You get
dear
that,
God.
right? They're the biggest retards in the pool of retards
Wait.
who watch retards. So who cares?
If that's the case, Phil, they are that, then why are you getting butter over this? You shouldn't care at all. I mean, you call them the biggest retards when in actuality, you're the biggest one of all time. And
Yeah.
not only that, but they make a lot more money than you do. But hey, keep on coping, buddy.
Keep on coping and seething.
Mm-hmm.
No, you see, these people are so demented.
Oh, really?
I'm just gonna say it
Oh, wait,
as
that's
clearly
why
and
I'm a little
concisely as
low
I ever
down.
can, and you don't have to believe or buy into it. But it's this simple. I have made distinct choices over the 18 years I've been a creator to make a certain kind of content, to be a certain kind of person, and to make sure that what I was doing was in line with what I wanted to put out there to the world and to the internet. Now, obviously,
In
a
other words,
lot of
you
things
enjoy
change
giving
over
out
time.
slop.
My attitude has changed on certain things. I've evolved over time. But the content I'm making today, I feel is productive, is entertaining, is not harmful to anyone, and that's a really big important thing for me, is that the
Let's see, the content you give out is slop. It's not entertaining unless you're raging. And is it harmful to your audience? Yes, it is.
content that I'm putting out there is not harming anyone. Instead, it's constructive, fun stuff that anyone can come tune into, have a good time, whether you like video games, whether now you're into TCG, whether you just want to chill, whatever it is. You can be here and relax and have a good time, and not on behalf of stepping on others or hurting others or dragging others through the mud. This is not toxic content. I don't want to make toxic content, okay? Don't. And when people, the idiots, bring stuff up, what about LTG stuff? I'll insult him every once in a while, and then I move on. When was the last time I even talked about the guy or cared? You guys bring him up. I don't. Yeah, if he does something stupid or ridiculous, maybe I'll go back and bring it up. But in this case, I just don't care about the guy. He's nonsensically just not pertinent to anything. Why would I give a shit about him? Okay? Did I collab with Keanu Casino and do some harmful content for a little bit? Yes. And that was a necessary evil to propelling myself to another level and getting a new level of attention. I literally pulled myself out of having financial distress to a level where now I am immensely successful every single day in stream that I put on. And it was, again, a means to an end. And as soon as I could, I cut the cord. I got the fuck out of that toxic environment. And
So, in other words, you decide to go ahead, join with a bunch of them for money instead of actually enjoying and have fun. So, which is nothing, which we all knew that was going to be the case. But the sad part about it is, Phil, is that you had another opportunity before Keanu Casino. Side scrolls. Again, side scrolls gave you a fair shake, and yet you decided to turn on them.
I'm
So, in other words, you decide to go ahead, join with a bunch of them for money instead of actually enjoying and have fun. So, which is nothing, which we all knew that was going to be the case. But the sad part about it is, Phil, is that you had another opportunity before Keanu Casino. Side scrolls. Again, side scrolls gave you a fair shake, and yet you decided to turn on them. So it's your own fault.
I'm all the better for it. I could be more successful than I am right now, 100% guaranteed. I could be way more successful, 100%. But it would mean making content I don't stand behind and I feel is harmful. Whether that's lolcop.
I do have something to say on that one, Phil, but instead of me saying it, I have a better example. Because if you were to make better content, you actually put effort, but you don't. You hate putting effort into anything. You rather get the maximum profit for the minimal effort. People see that from miles away. Not just detractors, but pretty much all of YouTube. So go figure.
Style content, you know, with the Keemstar group, whether that's political grifter content, pretending to be some crazy right-wing bigot idiot who hates everything, and you know, culture wars calling out, woke culture.
Oh, wait.
Or if I became a drama farmer who literally just reacted to everyone else and made fun of them all day fucking long, I could do any of those three things and be more successful, more popular, and more prominent than I am today. I don't care to do it because I don't want to make that kind of content. I find it harmful to society and humans as a whole. And I got a tickle in my throat, and I don't feel like doing it. Therefore, I refuse to, and I'm not going to do it. Now, it's a shame because everyone around me who is in this vortex of crap around me is involved in that kind of content. Therefore, I get dragged through the shit despite the fact that I feel I'm above it. There's not much I can really do about that. All I can try to do is do my best with the cards that I've been dealt. And I feel like I'm doing pretty good. All right? I do. So when you sit here and you say, yeah, but the casino guys are more successful. Yeah, of course they are. And they're toxic pieces of shit.
Go for it.
Let's break this down. Like, let's see. Okay. In fact, I'll use myself as an example. Let's see. I'm currently unemployed. Am I trying to get my life back together? Oh, 100%. Takes a lot of work, but at least I'm trying. And let's see where you are in life. Let's see. You're 44 years old. You have no retirement. You have no job. You live in a state that's super fucking expensive to live in. You have to beg on the internet just for a livelihood, and you're fucking boring.
Exactly.
And not to mention, and this is gonna hurt you, Phil. This is gonna hurt you in your fee-fees, but I don't give a shit. You're in a loveless marriage. In fact, I would say Cat should divorce you. Divorce you, just fucking leave you. Don't even give a shit about fucking alimony pay or anything. Or whatever the fuck it's called. Just get rid of you and just get the fuck out. That's what I would have done.
Pretty much, which is pretty much accurate. And I think I'm in the wrong system.
Like,
go ahead.
It's like, okay, yeah, Phil, I've stumbled and I'm trying to get my life back on track. That's at least what I'm trying to do. I'm not 44 years old and I have to beg on the internet for fucking money.
Exactly.
Like, whose life would you rather have? The one who's actually trying to actively improve himself so he can actually be a provider to people, or a bum? Because that's what you are, Phil. You're a bum.
Pretty much. I think I'd rather be somebody who, okay, is unemployed, but is trying to do something, than actually be an online e-begging bum.
There you go.
And the sad part is, Phil, not only you're an online begging bum, you are also one of the biggest locales of all time. Like I said, I'd rather be somebody that's unemployed, at least trying to find something, than being an e-begging locale on the internet that's constantly being made fun of by everyone.
Who constantly just hurt others, who make shit up, who slander others. The only reason they're allowed to do so is because there's no laws against it yet, but there will be someday. All it's gonna take is one guy to slap them with a fucking lawsuit. And
if that's the case, Phil, then it's also going to be part of you as well, because you constantly go after LTG, you go after other people. It'll also affect you at the same time. Also, not that, Phil, your past content will come back and bite you extremely hard. And let's not forget, you have doxed people. So I'd be very careful what you be saying right there. Let's also add the fact that Phil always blames everything else, even within the games. If I ran that attitude, I would be a pathetic human being, have excuses. Exactly, you're 100% right there. Same thing with me, Flutter. Even that too. but I don't. Wait, but I don't because I don't because I'm better than blaming. When I say when it does apply, no, I understand. I understand. Also, yeah, there's also lies. I feel gets. Oh yes, he will literally get burned to crisp. And the other thing is he's going after people that live in Canada. Canadian laws are a little bit different from the U.S. laws. They're similar in certain areas, but not all the way.
And they're fucked. All right? Take a look at how they spurged out when their Clips channel got shut down by someone who they pissed off. It's not going to last forever. That toxic attitude, it always blows up and hurts you in the long run. You're going to end up shooting yourself in the foot because you're going to piss off the wrong person. And then...
Go for it.
Are you siding with fucking Jeremy of all people? You know, the fucking false flagger?
Oh, he is. That's not
Bruh,
surprising.
fuck you. You are such a bitch.
Oh, he is. He is. That's apparently his new idol because what Jeremy's been doing to Aquino Casino. The sad part is Jeremy is also made locale of the year with the amount of stuff he's doing. Also, there's something because all of a sudden Jeremy announced that he's got gout.
Bro, the similarities are too fucking similar.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, he said he has gout for a decade.
Wow.
So I'm like, ain't this something? It won't be long. Give it time. Give it time. Because it got shut down wrongfully, that's for why Kino freaked out. Well, not only that, but here's the thing. Kino's in Canada, so again, things can change up. No, the Kino have every right to rip. Oh, no, they have every single right to rip Jeremy for what he did.
They really fucking do.
They have every single right.
It comes back to bite you, okay? With the content I'm making, I'm not hurting anyone. I'm playing video games and making fun of myself and how I suck at them all the time. I'm opening packs of cards and freaking out at the good ones. Like, this is nice content. You can come hang out and no one has... And then they're fucked, all right? Take a look at how they spurged out when their Clips channel got shut down by someone who they pissed off.
You mean somebody that went after them first? Jeremy tried to pull a Suge Knight move. And I'm saying Suge Knight, if you know anything about Suge Knight, then you know. He tried to pull a Suge Knight move and thought he was this bad gangster on the internet. Let's not forget, Jeremy got beat up by a trans person and cried about it to the police.
That was funny.
It's not going to last forever. That toxic attitude, it always blows up and hurts you in the long run. You're going to end up shooting yourself in the foot because you're going to piss off the wrong person. And
are you talking about yourself there, Phil? Because Jaha showed up and G-checked you. He also tried the same thing with Top Ratings friend. He G-checked you too. G-checked you too. So give it time. It's going to come into real life, Phil. Keep at it.
Then it comes back to bite you, okay? With the content I'm making, I'm not hurting anyone. I'm playing video games and...
You're not hurting anybody, but yet you always like to say you wish your detractors would Thanos snap out of existence. That's actually hurting people in a way, because you're actually wishing death. Not only that, but you also said that not journalists, but developers need to be put in the cannon and shot out into the middle of the street. Big ups, Hawthorne. Big ups, Fidget. How you two doing there? You have said this before, Phil.
Making fun of myself and how I suck at them all the time. I'm opening packs of cards and freaking out at the good ones. Like, this is nice content. You can come hang out and no one has to get hurt in the process. I don't have to feel like I have to step on others and bring others down in order to get ahead. I don't.
You do that all the time.
It's much harder to do what I'm fucking doing and be successful than what any of these other fucking people are doing. They took the easy way out because they're immoral people. They don't have any kind of conscience or values. Instead, it's success by any means. Don't give a shit who I hurt on the way up. Well, guess what? I do care about the people I hurt on the way up. In fact, I don't even care to go up. I just want to maintain and have a good life where I am, and I am doing that. Okay? So, I hope that you all understand that. I hope that you're all enjoying the content and understand that's why I do this content. I easily could be doing the stuff that would be me big bucks. You know, if that was the case and that's what I was really all about, I would have been on that fucking Lolcow Live years ago. I would have signed with Keem and took that $50,000 bonus he was offering me. Or I would still be with the casino, and I 100% would have bought into all of their very, very dumb autistic ideas of things that they wanted me to do there.
Because Phil, they were trying to
Like,
give you
wait,
Go ahead.
is it even more autistic than what they're doing? At least they're honest about it.
Exactly. I mean, PvP is self-conscious. He even says that, yeah, I know I'm a court jester. I know I make fun of people. Who cares? It's all entertainment at the end of the day. They don't take themselves seriously. You, Phil, you take yourself seriously every single time you stream. Like earlier,
Exactly.
like a few minutes earlier, somebody was actually saying, "Hey, I saw your Safeway." No, you didn't. What? Okay, if you did, what was I wearing? The person said blue jeans. You're like, yeah, sure. That could be anybody. You got better over that. If somebody saw me in real life saying, "Hey, Vanguard, I saw you," I'm like, "Where?" "Oh, I saw you at the store." "Oh, okay, hey, cool. That's what's up, man. I hope you're having a great day." I would just say something simple as that. Not difficult. Him working with the casino all the time ruins his high moral ground. Exactly. Oh my God, you shouldn't have taken the money from Kim. He should have. What's up, Astro? How you doing? Like, he hasn't chomped out a bigger to get into the drama content. He always has done that, Astro. That's not a surprise when it comes to him. Oops. I'm gonna change that chord eventually.
Their group of me versus other villains and shit that it was the dumbest brain dead shit. Like, this is fucking dumb. I'm getting the fuck out of here. These people are loser idiots. Okay? I could have easily done all that shit. I don't want to. I don't have to, because I'm above it.
You don't have to. You're above it.
Doesn't matter that you like them. They're still toxic losers who hurt humanity. Okay? Sorry, that's just how it is. Now, I'm not going to sit here all day and be a hater and talk about it, but you guys can't get the fuck over it. You sit there talking about it constantly, bringing them up, using their mannerisms in chat, using their emotes in chat, constant references. No one fucking cares around here with a brain. You're the brainless idiot. Why don't you just, if you love them so much, why don't you become their fucking manservants and just stroke their balls all fucking day, right? I mean, you already lavish them with money constantly because you're an idiot and open a...
Okay, you're right about one thing, Phil. You nobody cares about them in your little bubble, in your little world. Guess what? Outside of that, people do actually enjoy their content. They get more people each and every time. Like, the last time I tuned into their podcast or their stream, whichever you want to call it, they had close to 30K viewers at the time. You still stuck at 200. That still says a lot.
Wallet to two guys who hate your guts. They literally hate your fucking guts, and their only reason that they make content is to milk your dumb brains. So if you're that dumb, why don't you just go?
Shut up, Phil. Hold up. A report came out confirming people are ditching the PS5 because, well, honestly, the Xbox Series X still is the superior console in terms of power features and the fact that it is the physical and its games. Well, there you go. I don't know, Lewis. He's just talking straight. He's talking about both sides of his mouth. By man to be compromise his morals just for money, it should make his dents wonder who they throw on the bus before a quick buck. Exactly. When then, if Phil has much of a brain, then why does he need to be handling for Pokemon? Not just that, for any game at all.
And let him fuck you in the ass too.
Yep,
you might as well. That's the road you're going. You already opened your wallet. Now open your butt cheeks. Right? Go for it.
Somebody's jealous. I mean, Phil, tell us you're jealous. Stop telling us you're jealous.
All right, that was fun. Anyway, now, let's do some shout-outs. We have Megs. Andy wants to play Street Fighter. Shut the fuck up. No, they don't. They hate me. They hate me because I'm the one person that got the one-up on them, and they fucking know it, and they're so angry because they never in a million years expected that I was doing what I was doing, and I was plotting what I was plotting, and I was already ready to pull that cord and cut it whenever I wanted. They really thought that they had their hooks in me, and I was going to be their slave for years, and I fucking publicly embarrassed the shit out of them. And they haven't gotten over it a year and a half later. That's why I'm still being talked about.
You did, Phil. You really... The whole King
Snake... Mentioned, it was so clear.
It was clear as day that they will use you, Phil. But the thing is, at least PvP was trying to show it in your face. Not only that, at least he was trying to get you to come out to Florida, had a good time. You couldn't even do that. And what's even more funny is, and thanks to Ice, if you go back to the interview with what's that guy's name? Who is the owner of Kiwi Farms? What's his name?
I forgot his name.
I remember when they had an interview, you could literally saw both PPP's face and Andy. They both like, Phil, would you stop? Would you just shut up? You make yourself look so stupid. Just go back and watch it. DM leaks didn't look like they were the King Snake plan. No, they didn't. Josh moved. Thank you, Zach and Zacharias. Josh. Like literally, you were making a fool of yourself. And PPP, I remember PPP took his glass off and facepalm. He's like, in his head, he's like, Phil, shut up. He didn't say it, but you can see in his facial expression, like, just shut up, Phil. You make yourself sound even more stupid. Salty are the people shouting Kino Casino and cash and essentially throwing pennies to him. Exactly. Oops.
Out. Okay. Someone took $2 and said, as a husband, I would never let someone make fun of my wife for any kind of gain. And you notice that's when I left, right? You notice that was the straw that broke the camel's back is, you can joke every once in a while or you can take it to a certain extent.
That's rather funny because the first time you did, you was laugh all about that, having a great time. The second time when you was doing it, your chat told you have a backbone. You should have had it right from the start. But then again, Phil, I'm not going to hold you to this because I'm not going to let you go because you defended a PDF file harder than your own wife.
But when you take it too far, and that's literally what broke the relationship, is Ashton is mentally deficient. I do actually believe that he's probably autistic. He doesn't understand social norms. He doesn't understand why wouldn't you just allow someone to insult your wife constantly for money? I don't understand. I would, right? That's what he would say. So he doesn't get it, okay? He just doesn't understand there's a line you don't cross. And I'm willing to work with them and I'm willing to do a certain amount, but there's a line. And the line was you're not going to sit here and insult my wife or family. That have nothing to do with my content. And to them, that's like, well, I don't understand. Nothing's off limits. Yes, it is. Normal people would always tell you there's stuff that's off limits, but they're not normal. They're fucking weirdos. They're degenerates. They're really broken, vile people. So to them, oh, well, we're just going to keep doing it. Well, fuck you then. Cut the cord. I'm good. I already got what I wanted out of this. You guys don't have any ideas. You're morons anyway. So get the fuck out. And I did, and it worked. Okay?
So you crossed the line right there, Phil. You call him autistic. So congratulations. So when he comes back 10 times harder, you don't cry. Which, by the way, spoiler, he did. No, Phil, you left because your dentist was telling you to, because it was exactly because of morals. Exactly like what you said, Flutter, because he didn't leave because of that. He left because of his morals and all that stuff, which they would destroy anyways. After the detractors rake him over the coals, roasting him for not defending his own wife. That's the other thing. We actually did a whole bunch of joking on that one. That's the reason he got so mad about it. Another reason people are ditching the PS5 is the fact that it overheats also. Really? So the PS5 overheats a lot more? Also, the Xbox Series X will hold up years for now because the Xbox Helix is going to be expensive. My Xbox Series X is still awesome. Oh, see, I didn't know about that. Also, Phil, what about all the notice me, Daddy Senpai? From those. I'm glad you put that too. He kept bothering so much. There's been plenty of times where even PPP was doing something, minding his own business, while all stream, and Phil was just messaging like out of nowhere, saying, "Dude, can we do this? Can we do that? Can you do this?" And even PPP said it was completely draining.
And for the record, because someone says, well, they're more successful day to day. Because there's a broken society of people who live eternally online. A normal person
You're
would
gonna need
never
to
open
really
up a
define
casino
that,
stream,
though, because
watch
you
it
are
at
the
face
example
value
of
and be
that.
like, what great content. They literally stare at it like, what the fuck is this? There's a fat guy and he's drooling and he's screaming. He's acting as if he's mentally deranged. He's ringing a fucking dinner bell as if he's trying to call children in from the fields.
Phil, he stole that bit from South Park when what's his name, Mr. Garrison was saying retard alert class. That's where he got it from. Like, good Lord mercy. And again, eternally online. Not this day off, but your previous day off, Phil. You was banning people. So who's really eternally online? It's a triangle, not a dinner bell. I know, but again, he's using that bit from South Park. Now it's fine calling the others dead in regards when not even a year ago someone did was hard. Exactly. That's the thing. He's been using retard very often now. Because not even just a year ago, but like maybe 2 years ago, Astro, where you couldn't say that word. But now he just freely uses it.
And then people give him money when he does it. There's another guy that can barely fucking speak because he's been so cracked out he destroyed his fucking body. And he's lisping and spitting all over the place. He's sweating profusely.
Phil, now you cross a real line with that. You don't ever disrespect somebody who's actually recovering. And by the fact that you doing that, you don't be surprised if Andy all of a sudden would have pop over there and literally go hands on you. Because he can do that if he wants to. Remember, you did a great job of doxing your own information. I'm not encouraging for Andy to do it, no PPP. But don't be surprised when somebody that you pissed off long enough will pop up over there in Renton, go over there and G-check you in at your real time and don't care of the punishment they have to take. There are some cats that don't care about that. There are some cats that want to get their hands on you. Be very careful, Phil.
What is the show? Who would watch this? And you realize, oh, maybe
I know,
they are
Astro,
kind
I
of like
know.
mentally off. And you realize, no, it's just that's the show.
No, I know you was
That's
Flooded.
the actual
I know.
show. It's
No,
mentally
I know,
deranged
Flooded, you
people
was.
watching mentally
You did,
deranged
Flooded, you
people,
did.
and so they give them money. A normal person would watch it and be like, this is fucked. This is like, I can't believe this exists. I can't believe they have viewers. No, that's because there's a whole society of people online who are like that. They're broken in the head. They don't have friends. They don't have family. They don't have a significant life for themselves. They just sit online making fun of others to make themselves feel better about themselves. So they watch two mentally challenged guys make fun of.
You know what, Phil? I already said this before, and ISIS here, and I'm gonna say it here. We all had lives outside of this. We do. We have normal lives, girlfriends, family, wives, husbands, boyfriends, etc. We all have that. You, on the other hand, you have a roommate and a pet, and an attorney online. Not only that, but you are pretty much skin and bones. Other people improve their lives doing other things, through fitness. But I digress. Keep talking.
Other mentally challenged people, and then the mentally challenged give them money. That's a pretty broken cycle, and it's profitable. It's 100% is profitable. 100%. I don't want to do that. I could.
So, you're still here, right?
Yeah, I'm still here.
What's that famous saying? I can't think of it at the moment. What's that saying?
Are you referring to? Oh, hi there, Pot. Name's Kettle. Have we met?
Exactly. Because isn't Phil doing the exact thing he's saying?
Well, no one's really surprised, so.
I know. But it's like he's talking about others, but it's like, Phil, you're talking about yourself. I mean, again, great job. Keep it at. Let's see. I have a job at your friends in the eyes of normal people. I'm already doing that way better than Phil. Exactly. At least he got. Oh, well, that too. That too. Yeah, he did Anthony, and that didn't go too well because after he wanted to snort Hogan and Snort had to lay low for a little bit, Phil got copy strike 2 times and was crying about that. It wasn't from Snort, it was from, I don't know, it was from somebody, but it was not from Snort, it was not from the detractors to my knowledge.
I don't want to be involved in that. I don't find that of any value to human existence. I don't find that entertaining. I find it harmful, and quite frankly, I find it insulting that it exists or it's allowed to exist. It's fucked. The moment you start watching, any outsider, normal person with a life would watch that and be like, what is going on? He's actually, and Andy very slyly got rid of the slide whistle, right? Because that was even so Looney Tunes. Like when he did it, it's like, dude, it's like Looney Tunes. It's like they're 2 cartoon characters. They're entertaining people who have the mindset of a 5-year-old. Because that's who would like that kind of crap. It's literally fun.
Yeah, the same
for
argument
5-year-olds.
before. Keep on,
So
Phil.
who,
Keep on.
Unreal. So how on earth would you not understand that? Like, again, normal people do. Normal people be like, why? When I started associating with them, people were like, what are you doing that for? They're fucking, it's the weirdest weirdo shit. Why would you do that? It got me exposure and it sure made me money. You know, because again, there's a whole generation of people who are
Phil, when Klutzy did a video on his, not his latest video, but the second latest video when he did on you, he wanted to turn off because of how bad you was. People look at you and say, what's wrong with you?
like that. Weirdos online. No actual fucking lives.
Phil Reaction Channel is also, by Phil's logic, completely illegal. Exactly. Phil, that he calls all detractor channels thieves and criminals. That's what he likes to say, but
What's
then
up,
he's
Beef
the
Supreme?
biggest
How you doing,
criminal
man?
out of them all. Sony said the liquid cooling would fix the overheating issues.
No, I didn't try to go
with
back
the
on Kino
PS5
Casino. What a fucking
and-
idiot.
Yes, you
Anyway.
did. Yeah, you
All
did.
right, so
Actually, Phil,
let's all right, let's do it very quickly. If anyone
shut up for a minute, because I was trying to see what Dave Sears said with the PS5, and well, there was a huge lie. Remember when Sony was blowing into the PS? Oh yeah, I remember that. I'm not surprised because I feel like they were trying to rush that out there with the PS5, trying to meet up with the Series X, and no surprising, they're having problems with that. This is what happens when you rush with cheap components.
wants to do like a little bit of Q&A or whatever, and then let's end the morning show. Would I go on Casey if they said sorry? No. To what end would that serve?
No, you
What
need
do
to
I
say
need
sorry
out of
to
their
them.
audience again? Their audience is not going to like me again. They've literally, for a year and a half, done nothing but dump on me because they have to because they're so fucking angry the way that they got dumped on.
They only
I
dump
dumped
you
them.
when you
So of
start
course
with
they're going
them,
to try to get as
Phil.
much out of it as they can, right? To what end would that benefit me? It would do zero for me. Is Pal World coming back? Probably not. Personally, I like Pal.
Have you
Why
or
are
a
you not
loved one
bringing it
been
back?
affected by hypnosis? Symptoms include blaming the controller, banning your own views.
With Kino Casino to get a new audience, and then you can say you don't need growth, you don't need to do toxic content, but it can't be both. Huh? What?
What?
I have no idea.
So you could say you want to collab with Kino Casino to get a new audience, and you could say you don't need growth, so you don't need to do toxic content, but it can't be both. I see what this person's saying. You try and Phil. What he's saying is you want to do collab with Kino Casino to get the audience, but you can't do it because you don't be that toxic stuff. Again, you're trying to be funny. And again, you can't do both. It's either A, you want to do toxic content or you don't.
Idea what that means. If you can rephrase, okay, but all I'll say is, here was the problem of what had happened, okay? Because so many people had eternally stolen my content and had literally sniped all of my content nonstop, it was impossible. It was literally impossible for me to get any new viewership for a very long time, okay, if that makes sense.
Well, a
I
little
was
bit,
lost in the
Anthony.
algorithm because anyone who looked for DSP literally just found detractor content, okay? And because of that, it was absolutely impossible for me to have any kind of growth or increase of income. I was stuck. For years, I was just drifting at the same level, and there was absolutely nothing that I could do about it. So I said, I have to do something drastic and different. And I did. I collabed with them. I reached out to them. I orchestrated the entire thing behind the scenes. I was pulling their fucking strings every moment, and they had no idea. I led them exactly to where I wanted it to go. And then as soon as I saw that it wasn't benefiting me anymore, and they had no ideas for me because they were brain dead, stupid idiots, I cut the cord. So I got massive exposure on a totally new level to a whole group of new people. I got a ton of extra support. That support allowed me to upgrade my setup, to become a PC gamer, to do all kinds of new kind of content that I couldn't do before. I branched out. I reached out. All kinds of people now knew who DSP was who never did. And the rest is history.
Everyone knows who you are.
Since then, I've been good. I don't need to collab or do anything. And every once in a while, maybe I do. Maybe I have an Asmongold interviewer, right? Or I jump on with Wings and we have a talk. And it goes really well. And now, like I said, now I implement new things. The TCG stuff for 3 months has been great. And it just keeps moving, that momentum. All I literally needed was that one moment of exposure that I couldn't get because of thieves. And now, all that's over and I'm good. Simple as that. So I don't know exactly what you're trying to say, but I'm good now. I know, Madamus. He said, it's still hard to find the live streams. I watch 2 times a day. It's never on the front page like all other lives are. I always have to search for your page to watch. I'm well aware. It's because of the age of my channel. When you get to a certain age and your channel hasn't exponentially grown, it basically gets lost. YouTube actually has things that makes older channels not get found. I'm serious. They've coded it so that new content always shows up and old content or legacy channels like mine get buried.
Eat this.
So there's nothing that can be done about that. I've done everything I can, right? I've pushed, I've tried to rename, I've tried, you know, it was hilarious because I'll give you an example. You ready for this? So, many years ago, I'm gonna give you a little behind the scenes here. Mike Plum and I were talking about this documentary, okay? And one of the things that he actually had wanted to do, which I didn't think was a very good idea anyway, but he thought what we should do for this documentary is have a how can I say? There was a idea where he was going to try to coach me on how to improve my YouTube channel. He was gonna say, do custom thumbnails for every video. Use a catchy title. Use the title first. Before you put this game, gameplay part, whatever, it should say, exciting catchy thing. And then this game, gameplay through part, whatever. You have to put the catchy thing first. You have to put it on the thumbnail, right? You have to do it this way, that way. So basically, since we broke that was like 2-3 years ago. I don't even remember anymore. Since we said we're not going to do that, right? I literally tried to implement all of those things. I now have custom thumbnails. I now have catchy titles on every video. I have actual edited content that I've put out. And guess what? Has the channel blown up? Has the channel exploded? No, because none of that's going to matter. When you have an entire internet that A-logs you unfairly, that doesn't actually put you in real context, that just wants to say everything you do is wrong, it doesn't matter if all you're doing is in line with the rest of the industry or even exceeds the rest of the industry, right? People have even said my card unpackings are actually better than most other people's. The quality of having the camera here and everything and the way I do it, it's actually better than a lot of other people's who do it professionally. So why is it when I open a God pack of cards, I only get 3,000 views? Because I'm Darkside Phil. And immediately the positive that everyone else would be freaking out about, oh my God, so-and-so pulled the God pack, becomes, oh, DSP got it? Well, it must be fake. He's an asshole. You see what I mean? It doesn't
you are.
matter how much I improve myself if the internet is so demented and so stupid that they don't care. They're just going to say that I did the wrong thing anyway. So who gives a fuck?
No,
right?
he's made
Instead,
up. Well,
I'm
that's why I'm
gonna
not
focus on those that do
responding
care.
to it. We all know he comes up with
I'm going to
stuff
make
on the
content for
fly.
those that will support it, and that's going to be where I'm going to find my success. It's not going to be copying everybody else, going by industry standard, changing, like, none of that matters. My
Because that's why you're
streams
ancient
will
dinosaur, Phil.
forever be buried. I'll never be able to get prominent feature on YouTube. It will never happen, right? Just because so many people have found profitability in A-logging me, I will never actually benefit from the same things that everybody else does. Anyone else would have pulled a God Pack and immediately would have had 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000 views. I got 3,000 because everyone stole the video. Everyone said it was fake, even though it's not. Everyone has to say the negative thing about DSP, so no one cares about positivity. And therefore, when Keemstar says, well, because you're known as a lol cow, you know, the only way you'll profit is from the negativity, so you should buy into it. He's right. Keemstar's right. It doesn't matter how many positive things I do, I'll never benefit from them. I could cure cancer, single-handedly fight off an alien invasion, and then as a meteor is about to strike the Earth and destroy the planet.
First and foremost, if you were to try a 500 invasion, Phil, you'd be easily adopted and pretty much experiment and then pretty much executed.
I could punch it and shatter it into a million pieces, saving
No, you wouldn't. You'll be able to punch it free. An asteroid, you'll literally break your hand.
every human.
Actually, no, you'd be instantly killed. Like, what am I talking about that?
And people would still say, yeah, but he snorted when he did it.
Of course, you snore all the time like you did a few minutes ago.
Ha ha ha.
Hello, True.
So instead of focusing on that bullshit, I'll just do what I like, and I'll try to entertain an audience that does care, and I'll stay in my lane. And that's what I've done, and it's actually going really well for me. Okay, so I hope you understand that. Like, everything's going pretty darn good right now as a result.
Actually, I might as well take them. Because they ain't coming back to this place.
Someone tipped $2 and said, as a husband, I would never let someone make fun of my wife for any kind of gain. And you notice that's when I left, right? You notice that was what the straw that broke the camel's back. Is, you know, you can joke every once in a while, or you could take it to a certain extent, but when you take it too far, and that's literally what broke the relationship, is Ashton is mentally deficient. I do actually believe that he's probably autistic. He doesn't understand social norms. He doesn't understand why wouldn't you just allow someone to insult your wife
All right, I already been to this one. We'll go to the next one. We already heard this already.
Have you or a loved one been affected by...
Let me take a look at who did, because I think a few people did. So Jewels are this new thing on YouTube, a way that you can contribute. It's very similar to doing kicks on Kick or even bits over on Twitch, okay? And the way it works is simply, if you're watching a live stream, you can buy this digital currency that's called Jewels, and you can drop them and contribute. And if you do, there's a notice in the chat, and basically, there's like a queue
I think what it was,
for me that I can bring them
again. That's why I
shout
actually
them out,
move forward.
okay? And the reason that I brought them up is because it was actually a couple days ago. It was
That's
actually
what I thought so too.
nothing here.
That's why I was like, wait a minute.
This guy saying nothing here said, hey, Phil, are you aware of these jewels? Because it looks like YouTube gave a bunch of them out for free. And I was like, no, why would YouTube give them out for free? What is this? And I looked into it. And in order to be eligible for jewels, I had to confirm my identity with YouTube, which I did. And once I confirmed my identity with YouTube, proving that I'm a real person, they enabled the jewels on the stream. So now you can drop jewels to contribute. And basically, the value is half of a penny per jewel. So for example, Skylarky gave me 5 jewels. That's about 2.5 cents. Thank you, Skylarky. Martin Shortboss just did 1,000 jewels and a nice corgi animation. That's about $5, okay?
Oh, God, the jewels things. I know. Oh,
so I'm going to count that as $5 towards our stream today.
Thank you for
and
the biscuit. God,
Cody Mooney just did 300 jewels. That's about $1.50. So thank you to Cody Mooney for the jewels. So if you guys want to contribute with these jewels, thank you. In fact, thank you to Soupy who just did 5. I'm going to do an animation and a sound effect for 100 or more jewels at a time, much like I do it for 100 kicks, or I would do it for $1 tip or contribution. Anything under that, I'm not going to do animations and sound effects. It's just too much because people start dropping single jewels and they want animations for them. We're not going to do that. All right. So here's the thing. You might say, well, are jewels great for you? Like, what would you want? The truth is, okay, if you do the math, on a super chat that you would send me, I make about 60 to 65%. YouTube keeps about a third, like 30-something%, okay? On jewels, they're essentially keeping half because you would think, oh, the jewel's supposed to be worth like a penny, but they keep half of it. I only get half a penny per jewel. So 50% versus 60-something, I actually make more on super chats. So if you wanted to choose between, the super chat helps me more, and you already get your own animation for super chats that I've designed those animations. I'm not going to tell you, don't do jewels, okay? In addition, a lot of people got them free. Like, I don't know how you guys got them, but apparently a ton of people got free jewels. I don't know how you earn them. I don't know how people got, some people had 1,000, some people only had like 5, and no one knows why they have the amount of jewels that they have. But
maybe you could just easily do some research. You can find out why. Not difficult to do.
Hey, anything that you contribute to my streams, I'm not going to complain.
Again, don't give him anything. Give him nothing. You'll get the best thing for literally without giving a single cent. Trust me.
Thanks to everyone who did. Now, here is supposedly the negative that comes with this positive, that is Jules. Well, YouTube, of course, has no idea how to launch something new without breaking something. Okay? So 2 negatives have happened. Number 1, apparently there's no longer the ability to do a super sticker. Yeah, I guess if you do Jules and the Jewel animations, it turns off super stickers, which makes no sense at all. Okay, it doesn't. It makes no sense. I don't understand it. Why? It's just very weird. Okay, so I scratch my neck in confusion here. Why are super stickers off? I didn't turn them off. In fact, I checked in my menu. They're enabled. So I have no idea why super stickers are off, and I don't know how to turn them back on because I never turned them off. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, people are telling me that the experience system in the YouTube chat is broken, that it doesn't work anymore, that it used to earn experience points for watching and talking and contributing, and now it's busted and it resets every stream and it's all messed up. Obviously, I apologize for that, but people were already saying that it was messed up earlier in the week before I turned on Jules. Quite frankly, I think YouTube, again, doesn't know what they're doing. They launch something before it's ready, and because they jump the gun before they work out the bugs, we are the beta testers. We're the ones who have to go through this process of figuring out why is it not working and trying to work our ways around it. So apologies for that, obviously. All right. I don't know why this is the case. It sucks that you can't do super stickers if you enjoyed them previous, and it sucks if you can't get experience points properly in the chat. I don't know what's going on. It's very annoying. Sorry. Wish that I could fix it myself. I don't seem to have the ability to do anything about it. Like I said, super stickers are turned on. I don't know why they're off. And the experience, I never had any control over. That was something that YouTube launched themselves, and they control. Like, I don't have the ability to, like, touch it or anything. So, you know, it kind of is what it is. It sucks, but that's life. We just got to kind of roll with the punches when YouTube screws stuff up, right? So I'm very sorry about that. By the way, the poll is over. Lorcana, Attack of the Vine, overwhelmingly won the poll. I'm happy with that. Thank you for voting, everybody. People want Lorcana Attack of the Vine. I'll give you Lorcana Attack of the Vine. So now the question is the latest box of Lorcana actually good? Because that's what I heard is, oh, the box you opened was the old Lorcana cards before they updated them, before they have better rarities, better looking cards, higher chances of getting a hit. You just had bad luck. Buy the new box. And at that point, the new boxes were out of stock and way back ordered by like a month, and it cost like $300-400. The prices dropped dramatically in the last 30 days. So I was able to get the latest box, and it came within a couple of days. I was like, this is excellent. So Lorcana today, let's try it out. Let's see if it's any good. I'm excited to see if Lorcana has improved since we tried it about a month ago. Okay, I hope it has. To be frank with you, I hope that it's now good stuff and it's not a waste of our time and we're actually going to enjoy it. Okay, cool. So now let's do shout outs. I already shouted out the jewels. I want to say thank you to the following. We'll do that in the future. Thanks for the suggestion. We could probably use that for multiple things, actually. Maybe even for game choices and stuff, right? Okay, cool. All right, I've also received an anonymous $10 tip. Hold on one second. Where's my $10? Here it is. My $10 tip animation. So this is an anonymous $10 tip, and the person has an interesting message. Give me a second. Get this on the leaderboard. Thank you. Okay, so they say the following. I just got 1,000 of those jewels, but they expire on September 5th. It seems like they are part of a promotion on the rollout. They seem to benefit YouTube more than you or I, and I'll be sticking to sending tips, so have a good stream. So there you go.
Sounds like something.
Apparently, a lot of people got free jewels as part of this rollout of the product, and you can send them to your favorite streamer. So don't send them to me because I'm no one's favorite streamer, right? But if you want to support my content, then by all means, please do.
You are nobody's favorite streamer.
But apparently they expire, so you have only like 2 weeks to use them. So I'll probably, for the next few days, I'll probably remind everyone. I'll put this posted message up on the YouTube chat and say, hey, don't let your jewels expire. Be sure to use them if you have them, etc. By the way, jewels only exist on the mobile app. You can't use jewels anywhere but the mobile app. For example, they don't exist in my menu because it's this unique menu that actually says, what does it say? It says like it's a little package. It looks like a little like a birthday present, and you click on it, and then it's the jewels menu. Without that menu, you can't do jewels. Okay.
Big ups, Ross. I appreciate
okay, cool.
You seeing me the two
How about this?
There.
We are currently, what, 10 days away from the end of the month?
Send them
well, I'm
me,
feeling in a good mood this morning. I hope you guys are enjoying the Level 1 podcast. I'm going to give out 5 memberships to the community right now.
Have you or a loved one been affected by hypnosis? Symptoms include blaming the controller, banning your own viewers, and saying, that's impossible 47 times a stream.
5 packs of the, what is it, Duelists Advanced Yu-Gi-Oh set. They were some pretty nice cards. Okay, they really were. I had a good time looking or watching them and opening them. Sadly, they just weren't of high value because that set doesn't really have high value cards. Okay? But then, because of your support, we were opening a bonus pack of Mega Dream EX. And as I opened it, it was a God pack. That means that every card in the pack was a hit, and insanely high value cards were in there, including, as I just showed you, over $400 Greninja.
Okay.
There was a $170 Mewtwo. There was a, I want to say, $39 Bellabolt. And Inferno X down here, that's like $29. So, very high value cards in that. That pack itself was worth over $700, okay? Now, you have to understand something. To open a God pack is like winning the Pokemon Lotto. I mean that. Like, God packs are so rare. Like,
he ain't talking anything important, so we'll
With
let
my
him down
former
while we
partners
listen to this.
dead, this syndicate is now mine. I could not have done it without you.
1 second, chat, because this is an important cutscene.
I killed them because they deserve it. Now I'm placing you under arrest.
Surely you don't think that necessary. Under my leadership, this organization will restrict itself to gambling and smuggling illegal technologies. These crimes are hardly worth your time. If you press the issue, my assistants are very well equipped to deal with you.
This gang has a reputation for drugs and slaving. It's too late to change that.
Perhaps you're right. Perhaps this organization has been so tainted by those two idiots that it cannot be redeemed. If I disband the gang, I walk away freely. I have not come so far to be arrested. I would die before going to prison. I would most certainly kill before going to prison. Now, do we have a deal?
Now that's a pretty good question. Let's see. Should I let her go? Sure. No, since I'm playing back, I'll let her go.
You're free to go. I don't ever want to see this gang again. If I do...
You won't. I'm not so foolish as to break my word to a Spectre. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Yep,
my
trying to play mostly
men
Paragon
become
here with a touch of
nervous in the
Renegade.
presence of law enforcement agents. Goodbye, Shepard.
Naturally. Out of curiosity, anything in front of me? There. I'm just curious to see what else could be possibly hidden in there. No, that's close off. That's fine. Let's see. Hold on a second, chat.
People have opened thousands upon thousands of packs in order to get a God pack. In fact, what people were saying was the odds of getting a God pack is like 0.5%, which means you would have to open 200 boxes of this. 200 boxes, not packs, boxes. 200 boxes
And you open
of Mega Dream
multiple of
EX
those anyways.
to get a God pack. I got it right away. Okay? My first box attempt, I got a God pack in it. Okay? You have to understand how insanely, ridiculously rare that is. It's like a once-in-a-lifetime deal. If anything, the only unfortunate thing, because it's a Japanese God pack, it's not worth as much as an English. English God packs, those are worth thousands. This pack was worth like $750, and the value was like $15 is what I paid for it, okay?
Even
now,
Phil's wife is smarter than him.
I unpack it live.
Exactly. She is.
Okay?
Well, not
There's
that
no
smart. She's
way
still
to
with
fake a
him.
God pack, to make this very clear to everyone. You can't fake a God pack because here's why. If you open it fresh, okay, you'll see it's real. There's no way to really fake that. When you open a fresh pack, and everyone sees me doing it the same way, I've always opened the packs. They're all legit. I didn't fake it. There was no no one can say, oh, there was a sign that it was fake. It was all done live, okay? It was even part of me opening Yu-Gi-Oh cards. It wasn't like, oh, here's a scripted God pack opening. It was a random thing added in randomly, okay? That's number one, okay? Number two, you can't sell God packs. You can't identify God packs. There's no way to know. They're completely identical to regular packs. Because I want you to think of it logically, which is the thing with my detractors and critics. They don't have logic. They're just idiots who conspiracy theory to get clickbait views. If you could identify a God pack, wouldn't all the God packs have already been removed from these boxes, taken aside, and sold for insane profits? Like right now, if there was a guaranteed $700 pack, don't you think the scalpers would be selling them online for that much money? Why wouldn't they? Because you can't identify a God pack. It's not possible. That's why you don't see them for sale. That's why no one can sell them. The only way to identify a God pack would be to already open it, to see the first card as a hit, and to put the cards back in the pack. You've already reduced the value because you've opened it. There's actually no way to even tell that those cards are legit because the pack was pre-opened. Therefore, the value dips immediately. No one would try to sell a God pack like
that's
that.
how I recommend you play that. Weighing a pack, see if it's heavy.
There's absolutely no way to fake a God pack. It's legit, okay? But my detractors, since Monday, have done absolutely everything they can to say I faked it. First, they're saying on Etsy you can buy faked God packs, and I bought it off of Etsy. Then they're saying, oh, he bought it off of eBay, and we have an invoice proving he bought it off of eBay. These people are fucking crazy assholes. They're crazy because if they believe it, it means they're literally ignoring the irrefutable evidence that you can't fake a God pack.
Yes,
and they're
you
assholes
can.
because they can't possibly believe that something good would happen.
You can fake. All you have to do is open the pack up, pull out the so-called God pack, see it's there, put it back in, grab some special adhesive glue and heat it up, and then there you go. It's repack. Real easy to do. I've seen it plenty of times on YouTube.
To Dark Side Phil, so they immediately have to try to find some weird justification of how it happened and it wasn't legit. They immediately must discredit it. Okay? So, here's the deal. All right? Sadly, I didn't really benefit from pulling the God pack outside of the value of the pack and having some nice cards, because you might say, wait a minute, if pulling that God pack is so rare, if it takes 200 boxes to get a God pack on average, and you got it on your first box, right? Then why on earth aren't people talking about it? How many views does the video have, Phil? 4,000. 4,000 measly views on a legitimate God pack rip video of someone who's new to the hobby, only been doing it for 3 months, and pulled it on his first opening of a box. That's ridiculous. That should be history making, okay? History making. What happened is two things. Number one, all of the people who steal my content stole it immediately and basically highlighted the God pack opening and ran and posted it all over the internet before I had a chance to. Therefore, they immediately got the clickbait views on it, but they all skewed it saying, worst PokeTuber opens God pack, or DSP fakes a God pack, DSP obvious scripted God pack opening. So basically, because they stole the content illegally, number one, breaking the law, and number two, they all put it in defamatory qualifications, right? Oh, Phil doesn't deserve it, Phil's a bad PokeTuber, or this is not legit, this is ripped off, or whatever, right? They got all the views, not me. So me, this is my hobby now, right? It is part of my hobby, it's part of my work, it's something we're doing together, we're enjoying for 3 months. This should have been an epic moment in history where Phil actually gets, I'm holding this upside down the whole time, where Phil gets noticed for doing something that's insanely rare in the hobby. What are the chances that a relative bumbling newbie who doesn't even know half the cards' names opens a God pack, right? Instead of it going like that, it's, well, it's DSP, so it doesn't matter, he's a piece of shit. Discredit, it's not a big deal, don't talk about it, act like it never happened. Steal the views, so any views that were coming go to other people who stole them early. And by the way, then lie for the next week and say that he you know, basically faked the whole goddamn thing.
I'm glad it's all living rent-free in your head, Phil.
Okay, Jen Cooked, thank you. Jen Cooked gave me the message. I will shout that out in a second. I got your message. I will answer it. Okay, so yeah, so it's bullshit. Okay, it really is. It's fucked up. And sadly, this is what I keep telling you guys. Sadly, because I am A-logged, stalked, and I have this crazy vortex of toxic life losers around me who just can't help but try to be toxic and ruin anything they can for me at any given moment. This big positive moment was massively deflated, right? It should have been a, oh my God, YouTuber pulls a God pack moment and everyone's excited, and instead it's 4,000 views. Doesn't affect me at all, right? At least in content. In the wall, of course it did. As a hobbyist, I'll remember that moment forever. That was epic, and that was super awesome to share that moment with all of you. Let me put it this way, right? It was more awesome to do that and hang out with you guys and do it live than if I had done it for myself. Imagine if I was just a hobbyist and I opened the God pack for myself. Well, that's a moment for me. But because I did it live on stream, that was a moment for us. And that was an epic moment that we all loved, right? Now, of course, we'll always be looking for another God pack.
Nobody
will
loves
never
that,
get
Phil.
one, ever, right? But that was amazing. And thank you for everyone who was there. Thank you for the 3 months of support to make it happen. I mean, it's because of your support that I even opened the God pack. So thank you guys for that. I really appreciate it. And understand that I definitely loved doing it. And I can't wait for, you know, many, many more, you know, epic moments to come in card collecting, okay? But understand that's why we can't have nice things. It's like I said, like someone just said it in chat, and they're absolutely right. Listen to this. Cyrus X says, you could win the actual lottery, buy a new house and car, show off all that money, and the detractors would say you faked it. Correct. I'm not kidding. Like, right? Like I said, I keep saying this. It's not a joke. It's not an exaggeration. I could inadvertently cure cancer. Aliens could land and try to invade the planet, and I could fight them off with my bare hands, and then an asteroid could be careening towards the Earth, and I would jump up and strike it, smashing it into a million pieces, saving the planet, and people would say, yeah, but you snorted while you were doing it. How disgusting. What a pig.
You said this before, Phil.
That's the reality that I live with because of the amount of losers on planet Earth. That's just the reality, is that it doesn't matter how much I improve myself, which you can see that I'm actively improving myself every single day,
no, he did,
right?
He did.
It doesn't matter how much I improve the set. It doesn't matter how much I improve the gameplay. It doesn't matter that I implement new stuff into the content that you guys ask for. It's all never going to be good enough because of these life loser toxic idiots. Therefore, I don't give a fuck. Here's what I'm going to say. You ready? Ready for this?
Let's go back. I want to hear that.
Or I don't give a fuck. Here's what I'm going to say. You ready? Ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
I have Mega Gengar EX. It's over $400. I have Team Rocket's Mewtwo. It's $170. I have an amazing set. I have an awesome card collection. I have an amazing life. I have a army of dedicated fans and viewers who love me and my content. My detractors don't. Wow. DSP has things I don't have. That's right, because I work hard, and I'm smart, and I'm strong, and I'm dedicated, and I'm never going to give up, and I'm always going to be better than you, no matter how much you try. Wah. Wah.
So that took what, a good 5 minutes finally to get to that point. Okay, Phil, let me see. No, I don't have the cards you have, but that's because I'm not gonna waste money on stuff that I don't need. Not only that, the thing is, if I have those cards keep going down further and further, you have the best opportunity to sell them while you got the chance, but you won't do that. Also, Phil, once again, I already addressed this before, but I'll say it one more time. Detractors, once again, do have lives outside of this. Jobs, families, kids, etc. You know, doing normal stuff. The only person that seemed to be crying is you. It's you. But again, and also that is very true. We do outnow him completely. 20, what? Let's say 2000 to 20. I want to say. Oh, and by the way, your small group of people that are there, all of them are willbound, or if not willbound, they do have mental problems. So, cry me a river. Phil, I can care less about your cards. So do I. And that's the other thing Fox said. We do outnumber him. For me, I have my dice and cheese. Chasing them. There's nothing wrong with that. And you know what? You know what? It is time for that. Because, Phil, you're doing it once again. I was not going to try to do it today, but again, Phil, you find a way to land.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
Need I say more?
Now fuck off.
Oh, that was so strong, Phil. That was so hard. Hard. Great job. You're doing so well, but yet that still doesn't change the fact that you are an e-begging bum with a nice big old bald spot that's showing once again. But again, try a little harder.
Nothing beats a bunch of jealous fucking losers. All right. So Jen Cooked, who had done the 500 kicks earlier, said the following. I just caught up with that message that didn't show up. I asked, with the Disney cards, the Disney... We've got Caterade with a $2 super chat. Says detractors have nothing without DSP. That's absolutely correct. Case in point, last year, during the summer, I was away for a week unexpectedly. And the detractors literally sat around with nothing to do and their thumbs up their asses.
No. Actually, no. First and foremost, Phil, let's correct that first thing. Let's see, where is the... Oh, it's got to remember. It's over here. Phil, while you was gone, we was just doing normal stuff. Those people going over your content. Those people playing video games. Those people just living regular life. And the funniest thing is, when you was away, when you was visiting your mom, you was still online banning people. So, yeah. Again, try a little harder. Try a little better. You know, try to put some effort into this.
Completely confused on what life meant. Trying to theorize where Phil could be. You know, like
you was in Connecticut visiting your mother.
Lost.
We knew that.
Without me, they have nothing. Because again, they are the vortex around me.
Oh, absolutely,
I am the focal
Fox.
point of their universe.
Us.
If I don't exist, they have no meaning and no existence either. They become
Flux.
nothing.
That's the wrong one.
I think that's incredibly disturbing, don't you? I find it disturbing. Okay.
You find a lot.
God forbid I do win the lotto and I decide to retire. What are they going to do with their lives, right? What are they going to do with their lives? If I retire, they have nothing to do at all. That's pretty sad.
Not really, because I can just move on to other people, Phil.
Let's see here.
She makes
which one is this one?
She makes like video content of old games, like Juggernaut.
Business, because that's basically what you let them do anyway with your wallet. So you might as well just let them do it physically to you too. That's what I meant.
Anything else you want to say, Mr. Bennell?
Welcome back, Earth Clan.
Mr. Bennell.
Will you be needing supplies?
Am I jealous they make 2 to 3 times what I make in donos?
Show me what
No,
you
because
got.
before I robbed the casino, they probably made 10 times what I make in
You will
donos.
find something pleasing.
Still talking about King of Casino. Shows you how much they live rent-free.
Another here says, I wasn't around last summer. Would you say this is your most successful August? You've had a killer month of awesome pulls and fun content. W month. Well, in reality, 2 years ago is when I started that collab with Kino Casino, and I got a huge burst in viewership, attendance, and support as a result of their viewership coming to mine and supporting me every day. Like, I was making, no exaggeration, was it 150? It was either $100 or $200 of just tips every stream for a while there, okay? So, I was doing amazing at that time, but that was fleeting. That lasted like a month and a half, not even. And then that attendance went down, the support went down, because eventually the people watching me at that point were like, wait, he's not a drama creator? He's not just going to talk shit every stream about people and watch content and react to it in a negative way? No, that's not what I do. But that's what they were expecting, because that's what they wanted from Kino Casino, and they thought because I was collabing with them that I was going to do it, and I didn't, and so they gravitated away. DSP Glazer, thanks for $2. Says, even at $100, you don't open packs. Yes, I do.
No, you
the first
don't.
milestone's
No, you don't.
$100. That's a pack opening.
No, they're telling the truth. No, you don't.
What you said is factually incorrect. But thanks for $2.
Anything else there, Mr. Lyon? Anything else you want to say? And
Okay, let's see here. Yeah, it was pretty miserable, to be honest with you. Nothing here, because that's not the kind of content I like to make. But it was, like I've explained, it was a necessary evil. I needed to get my name out there and more notability and more eyes on me than I could just get by myself. Because I had tried a lot and it wasn't working. My detractors had kept me down for so long and were illegally stealing my content, and just they were benefiting. Anything good that happened to me or anything good that I did, the detractors benefited, not me. It wasn't until the Kino Casino collab that I finally got outside eyes to start looking at me. And in the last 2 years, an unprecedented amount of new people have come to check me out that normally would have ignored me. And therefore, I'm doing very well for myself.
People still ignore you,
for
Phil.
that
People still ignore you.
of drama, I never would be where I am today, and I wouldn't be able to do what I love doing today. So again, it was necessary, but we're out of that for good. I'm not going back to that shit, thankfully.
Anything else, Mr. Bennell? Actually, you know what, Chet? You know what?
There you go. Nothing here says that's why the Asmongold interview was eye-opening. You came across as a chill streamer.
Let's get this one because he's just regurgitated. So we'll do the last one now. I'll send you guys over the ice.
Have
I
you
wanna
or
hear
a
this
loved one been affected by Pignosis?
Because he's continuing, because he's just talking about the same thing he talked about earlier, Chad. No worries, this is going to be the last one. I'll see you over the ice.
Care, but that's kind of a weird extra step just to accept that on a stream. I don't know, what is it? Some people aren't scanning
I know,
the system
I
or
know,
something?
but
I don't
don't need to get mad, Fox, because he's just constantly regurgitating
Anyway,
the same thing he said before.
So that's what that is. I don't really know. Yeah, nothing here says that YouTube gave him free jewels. Most people probably got free jewels to start with, and then they could give them to me. Oh, well, I'm not gonna obviously do it now on the stream. Maybe later. I'm gonna scan my ID and send it to YouTube, and see if they'll confirm and whatever. I don't know how it works. I guess we'll have to see. Okay, so anyway, how you guys doing? Good morning, everyone. I didn't say good morning to anyone yet, and I got some shout-outs to
You
do
mean
in a
afternoon,
second.
Phil.
So who do we got? We
Afternoon.
got Beazle, Carly Snail, Dark Lady Goth. Let's see. Nothing here, of course, who I was just talking with. Selenacor. Who else do we got? Game Dude is here today. Game Boy is here. Good morning, Game Boy. Weed Nerd. Matrimony. John Nepper is here. A Wendy's employee is here. What are you doing here? You should be at Wendy's working. How dare you? Go make some burgers. Smugman Jack, how you doing?
Not
We
funny,
got
Phil.
Orange Kush. A level 70 sock elf. That's an interesting name. The Hapless Gamer. A tangy authentic supporter and unemployed lurker. Philosopher is here. I don't know if he's going to be... He's kind of bipolar. Will he be nice to me today or will he be a jerk? I guess we'll find out. Pot of Greed is here.
Commander. Is there something I can do for you?
Bizarre
Let me take a look at
pronunciation.
what you have for sale.
Of course.
And many more. Felipe Baxter's here. I'm starting to see who else is here who's regular. Because a lot of these are just sock accounts that I ignore. Romulus is here. How you doing? Very nice. Oh, is that 220? And did 220 actually turn off? He did. 220 is so upset with me for calling a spade yesterday that he turned off
No, you
all of
didn't.
his badges in the chat. and he's gonna apparently be pissy with me. I don't care. Just because I
Then why
called
are
you
you
out on
bringing
being an
attention
idiot
for if you
giving
don't
money
care?
to scammers, you deserve it. So I hope that you enjoyed getting, you know, destroyed yesterday, because you do deserve it. And you still stand. You have to at least support as much as you did them to me today or this week if you want to see your Desert Bus Marathon.
Or you can just go and watch somebody else do it. Not difficult, Phil. You didn't destroy
Meh.
nobody.
Keep in mind, you shouldn't even be here. You got unbanned by a mod who went rogue mod a few weeks ago. So the fact that you can even talk in chat is a grace. Okay? No, it's not that you're not allowed to support other streamers. It's that if you're retarded, I'm going to say you are, and you're going to like it. You're retarded for supporting them. You gave them hundreds of dollars. What do? They take days off and go on vacation. That's what they do with your money. They live the highlight. They don't even make content. They watch other people's content and react to it. And
If that's the case, Phil, then the same thing with your audience. They're retarded for sending you money because all you do is just spend it on Pokemon cards and WWE champions. So again, people can call you the same thing too.
act like that's work. It's not. It's a fucking scam, and you're the rube.
Don't give
okay?
anything, Fox.
Someone who
Don't
makes
give him a single
content
thing.
deserves support. Someone who works hard and listens to feedback and improves for the better, tries new things. That's who should be receiving support.
Try
Not
new
two
things,
people
sure,
who abuse the mentally ill. Okay? Which is exactly what they do every fucking stream. So if you're too stupid to understand that, you're the target audience, you're the rube, and I will say you are, and you'll like it. Now, if you're a man and you can take it, fine. If you can't, well, bitch off and don't come back. You were already banned, and we don't need to waste time on your ass, okay? So I'm waiting for 47 subs. Okay, goodbye, fuckface. He's gone again, and I don't ever have to see him again, thankfully. I'm so tired of that piece of shit. That guy, really. So fuck off, and you can go hang out with the dents, and we don't have to see you anymore. Okay. Thank God. All right. So now, let's do some shout-outs, shall we? All right. So we start off with Spoderman this morning.
And spoiler, he brings up in the later stream. So again, this is 220 lens rent-free also in his head too. Oops, didn't mean to do that. That's okay.
I get any level of success, people have to say that it's all fake. They're trying to say I faked the God Pack. Some people are saying I bought the God Pack off of eBay and claim that there's an invoice. I didn't buy it off of eBay. It came out of that box. You saw me
Well,
pull it
give
out
it
of that
time,
box.
Fox. Give it time.
So
One of
I
these
didn't
days
buy
you're
it
gonna
off
have
of
to
eBay, so
tell.
anyone who's saying that has completely faked it. Others are trying to say I individually bought the cards, okay? I built the pack myself. I resealed the pack myself to fake a God Pack, and that's how I did it. These people are so crazy because, again, they're so... In truth, I actually don't feel like most of them believe it, but I feel like they need content. So what they do is they literally create insane conspiracy theories, knowing that their viewer bases are crazy idiots, really mentally disturbed individuals who just want to believe nonsense because they're dumb. And so they just make it up, and they know how far-fetched it is, but they don't care. They know, number one, you can't buy a God Pack. It's impossible. If you could figure out what was a God Pack ahead of time, everyone would be pulling them and selling them online for thousands of dollars. That's why you can't do it. It's a random thing. That's why it's so rare to do. Or else the resellers would be doing it. You can't do that. You can't sell a God Pack. It's impossible. That's number one.
Yeah, you could, Phil.
Number
yeah,
two, how on earth would I buy all of those cards individually and reseal it? Like, what are you talking about? Like, again, they know how far-fetched it is. They know it's crazy. They don't care. They actually want to push the narrative
You know
for content.
what? He's
That's
right.
it.
He's
That's
right.
all it.
You're right. You're right, Phil. We don't care because you're still lying about it. So you know what, chat? On that note, I'm gonna pull a card here because how long have I been streaming? I have been streaming for about 3 hours or some change. So I'm gonna send you over to Ice over there because again, he's just regurgitating everything I said. Again, that'll be it for this one, chat. The next time I'll stream probably be Wednesday, but be on the lookout. Should be dropping a video either Monday or Tuesday. Yes, I'm getting back to making videos, but I'm gonna send you over to the homie Ice because he is another brother from another mother. And again, I apologize, this stream may not be the best when it comes to Phil, but good God almighty, there's only so much you can do with when it comes to him because he can't seem to help himself. He's gotta constantly just regurgitate the same thing he said before. But not only that, chat, but when you go over there, make sure you go ahead and say this is another demo raid. But everyone, again, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. You know, have a fantastic time, spend it with family, spend time with each other, take care of each other, and always remember to stay